And that was music.
Music.
Hello, everyone. Guess we're back again with a brand new song. Session. Roll of adventure. We are moving on. We are back with another fun time, another fun session. I guess we should go through a little bit of homework, logistical things. Going forward, we'll be kind of depending on the needs of life. We'll be moving between a weekly and a bi-weekly schedule, so just keep an eye on the social medias, I suppose. And you'll understand when we go live again. But with that, we are now going live with Session 5, the Port of Olympia, in which the party discovers a new city. But before we get into that, allow me to introduce myself. Again, in case you forgot, I am Zalori, your humble dungeon master and storyteller. With me, I have my players. Why don't we start? Jace, why don't you reintroduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Jace, and I hate introductions. I play I play Ezreal, our cleric, and that's what I'm gonna keep it short and simple. Next.
Bristic.
Hello. Usually I have a face. Today I do not. I have a migraine, but my name is Briston. I play Persephone. I am a water genasi sorcerer, and I'm currently learning Gnomish. I have 50 days left.
Proud of you.
Very good. Hi, I am Josie. I play Elodine. She is a fire genasi artificer, and I like to build stuff. How about you, Dee?
Hi, I'm Dee. I play Teo, a jeweler who has a lot going on in his brain, and is trying to figure out what's going on.
And
James.
Yeah, and I'm James. I play Zylar, our Asimir Ranger, and I don't know. I think we're gonna explore this new town, this new world, this new home.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have fun with it. I don't know where I was gonna go with that. I'm gonna throw it back to our DM because you've got a better navigation.
I have a better idea of this world I have created.
Yeah, you know where we're going with this. I don't know. Paint us a
All right.
picture.
I will. I'll paint you a picture right now, actually, as we dive into where we are. So, as a recap, the party did a job. They're all salvagers for Saber Corporation, which is a logistics and shipping company. They specialize in salvage and salvage-based industries. And the party's a group of salvagers for them. They went to a science ship called the Listless Surveyor to retrieve an artifact discovered by a science team that Saber Corp hired. The artifact turns out to be something called the Head of Astafar, which caused intense madness because they improperly secured the artifact. After some fighting, discussion, discovery, the party secured the artifact in a sarcophagus, which is a giant anti-magic box, along with the 2 survivors of the crew, and brought it back. This got them the eyes of the Saber Corp board, aka, or their Hound Pack, which is Adam, the leader of that Hound Pack. With that, Adam has promoted the party to special grade salvagers, meaning that they are the best of the best, at least in the eyes of the board, and offered them cushy corporate jobs on the headquartered planet of Saber Corp, the planet of Demeter. And with that, the party packed up their bags, said their goodbyes, may or may not have had a brush in with some criminal elements that have given them further jobs. And with that, began the long journey to Demeter. And that's where we find the party now. In orbit around Demeter, you are on Adam's ship. He had a living vessel, so there's a giant treant on the back of it. It was called the Iron Oak, the living ship. Not far from you is the galleon Cannon's Cavalcade, which was owned by Captain Blackwater, who was your civilian hire, essentially. to act as your transport through it. And decided to bring him on with this contract for you guys, so he followed your ship. As you are all on the main deck of Iron Oak, the living ship, you all look over and you see a planet for you. Even from orbit, you can tell that this planet is lush. There's great green rolling fields, great mountains, glittering blue water. It almost looks like a paradise planet, almost. And then Adam kind of joins you guys as you observe this planet. And as a reminder, he is 6.5 feet tall, muscle-bound, tailored suit. He's bald, and his face looks like the sum average of every single human male ever. Despite his size and imposing presence, he's actually pretty hard to remember, pretty easy to forget. I see you see Zimeter now, the planet that we are headquartered on.
Nice. I don't think I've been here before.
No, I
Recently?
imagine most don't. Despite its outwardly appearance, let's just say the locals are very not friendly towards off-worlders. In fact, there's only one city on this entire planet, and that is the city that we are going to now, the Port of Olympia.
And this is the place where the people aren't nice to outsiders?
What was that?
And this is the place where the people aren't nice to outsiders?
Yes, but the city was founded by Saber Corp and its other two partners. The Tricordia, I suppose, is what they're called. So the city is secure and is open to off-worlders.
So we're cool.
Yes. You're under Saber Corp's protection.
Nice.
Oh, and I would brace yourself. Re-entry to this planet is a little rough.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Elodie sits in a chair and buckles up.
As you say this, there's a shout from across the crew. Brace for re-entry! Brace for re-entry! And you see a lot of the crew members are kind of like taking safety lines and then clipping them to rails on the side of the ship. You see Greenbeard, the druid spelljammer, kind of almost welds himself partially into the train himself. Adam simply just kind of grasps a railing and stands stoic and tall. Brace for re-entry! We're re-entering Demeto's atmosphere!
Yeah, I'll sit down. I'll sit. We don't have to look super cool in front of Adam. We've already proven ourselves.
And then
Taylor's like tying his wrists to the side of the
Lashing, just like wah,
and then
I'll
as
seatbelt as well.
as you all tie yourselves and secure yourselves, and then you feel like almost like your stomach drops out from below you as the ship begins re-entry. And now it's typically all of you at some point have been in re-entry. The ship just kind of sails into the atmosphere, lands, so you're all good. This is a ship vertically is dropping through the atmosphere this time, instead of trying to cut through it. And you can feel it in the ship. The ship starts to shudder and shake as there's a thunk as it seems to hit the top layer. Your stomachs drop out as you suddenly feel this immense pull of gravity. As it falls down, the ship is shaking, and you look out and you kind of see the heat streaks on the sides of the ship with the clouds as you're going through them. And you can look beyond and you see the cannon's cavalcade is doing the same thing. And there's a lot of thunking, a lot of shaking, a lot of jittery. It's like the worst turbulence you've ever experienced.
Can I look at the ent tree living part of the ship and just how are they handling that? Are they fine? Are they showing pain? Is this okay?
The ent has kind of covered his face with his arms.
Oh, so this hurts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It is painful to the ship.
We are gonna try and ground the ship at the moment we land, unless it wants to keep flying.
And then, almost as quickly as it started, this turbulence it ends, and then you feel, you weren't buckled in. You'd almost kind of stumble and fall. as the ship is now breaks free of the atmosphere and is now free to fly, and it starts to fly towards the port of Olympia. And you look up, and you couldn't see this from space, but as you look up, you see that the clouds and the atmosphere actually feels very thick and heavy. It is still breathable, it is still livable, but it's almost as if the planet is resisting your entry.
Oh, we
Planet doesn't like strangers.
But you see the crew starts to unbuckle their safety lines and everything, and they start to get back on. You almost see as one of them kind of clips to the side of the banister and jumps over the side of the ship to kind of damage check. But the ship is now flying, and as you look over, you see, like I said, the planet from the orbit is just as beautiful as now you're in it. It's great rolling, lush meadows and fields, rich, thick, dense forests, mountains that are touching the very sky themselves, and deep blue, glittery water. If you didn't feel like the atmosphere was pressing down on you, you'd almost realize that this is a perfect planet. And then, as a stain against this perfection, you look down and you see it. The port of Olympia. Settled on a bay leading out to one of the oceans of the planet, you see this massive city. It is broken into concentric semicircles, and you can see that there is the stain of industry on each of them, except for the fourth one, which seems bright and glittery and clean. Around the outside of these walls, the city, you see the patchwork of farms, orchards, ranches, basically a lot of agricultural industry. And as you look towards the bay, you see that there is very immense shipworks and docking. There's a lot of spelljammers that are actually flying in, landing on the water, and sailing into the bay itself.
Wow.
Welcome to the port of Olympia, the headquarters of the Tricordia. And your new home. And with that, you watch as your ship sails in close to the land and then the water, and then makes a turn, and then it gets closer and closer and closer, and then you feel like a shudder and an impact as it hits the water, and then it immediately slows down from flying, and then it starts to sail gently upon the water into the bay. You can see two tugboats kind of come out and guide the ship in, and then you feel a thunk as lines are thrown, anchors are dropped, and the ship is brought in for a secured docking. Adam turns towards all of you. There's a carriage awaiting our arrival. It'll bring you to your new accommodations. But first, you have a meeting. The CEO of Saber Corp, the CEO, our president, a certain man in my notes.
Shadowy
See-
man.
The CEO of Saber Corp, Charles Whitaker. He wishes to introduce himself to any new special grade team that comes in. As he is the president of the board, which is where you're receiving most of your salvage works. So, your belongings will be offloaded and sent to your new chateau.
Sorry,
Please follow
chateau?
me. Yes.
Chateau.
Every special grade salvage team gets their own corporate housing in the plan.
Zylar's gonna stand up a little bit taller, like straighten their back a little, lift their chin, and be like, "All right, let's go to our carriage. Let's go meet the CEO."
Alrighty.
Yes.
Because then we get to go
and
to
while-
our chateau.
And while we
Special.
ride in the carriage, I'll give you a rundown of the city, so you're not going in complete. And you walk down the gangplank. You see that there are armed corporate security guards. They kind of you can tell that because they have like a patch which has the Saber Corp symbol on it, which again is the triple yin yang symbol that's like has a red, green, and blue marker on it. And they kind of lead you towards his carriage. But as you walk off the docks and into like kind of the area of the city, you hear chanting, like loud, angry chanting. And as you turn to look, you see that there is a crowd of gathered people being held back by a security line. And as you look at this crowd, you see that there are a lot of dock workers, factory workers, longshippmen, basically working class people in this area. And you hear this chant, "Down with Tricordia, up with the workers! Down with Tricordia, up with the workers!" Down, and Adam kind of shuffles you along. Pay them no mind.
What is that?
Are we crossing
What
a
are
picket
they-
line?
No, you are not crossing.
Are we
the picket
scabs?
line.
No, we're not scabs. We've already
No,
been
you're
employed by
not
this company
scabs.
for forever. We've just been relocated.
That is what's known as the Scrappers Union. They're a group of workers that are trying to have a collective bargaining body, and they're not doing a very good job of it.
So
There's
we
a-
are scabs.
They're not scabs because you do not work in the refineries or the salvage yards or the shipyards.
Oh, so not our job.
No.
We're just
The point is, don't listen to them. They have a mixed message and they cannot seem to get themselves together. Their leaders are split between violence and otherwise. And
Could I do like a perception check to see if I could spot any potential leaders in the crowd?
Mhm.
it,
Yeah, go
like
ahead.
immediately. Elodine is like very hard trying to listen to what they're saying.
Yeah, this union needs to be unionized. Let's get on that. That's our. We're gonna be sorry. Fuck scavenging.
Wait.
We're not doing any of that. We're just gonna go. Better life for the
Oh, you said
employees.
okay on the.
I feel like
on the
we're
perception
better
check,
u-
right?
Yeah, you can do a perception check.
21.
21. So you scan these crowd of workers, and you kind of see standing on a soapbox with kind of like a makeshift megaphone leading this chant is a dwarven man. He is sitting there. He looks he's dressed like a shipwright, but like a master shipwright. So one that might not be in the actual ships making them, but that kind of organizes it. He has the typical worker's jacket, overalls, and everything, but they're very clean but well worn. His hair is slicked back. His beard is nicely trimmed. He basically kind of looks like a very soft-spoken individual, but he is leading this chant with like every ounce of oxygen in his chest. Down with Tricordia, up with the workers. Down with Tricordia, up with the workers. And everyone around him is kind of carrying that chant through the crowd.
I kind of turned to Adam. I'm like, who is that?
That would be one
You
of
know?
the leaders of the
That
union.
guy.
Yes, Hector O'Malley.
Mm.
He's probably the most competent of their leadership. We have tried opening negotiations with him and his people, but his sister, the other leader, so to speak, would rather see change at the end of a torch.
Where's she?
What's her name?
We do not know where she is right now. She
You know her
most
name?
recently, yes, Sarai O'Malley.
How would one spell that?
Sarai. Sarai.
We're all visibly taking notes.
Sarai O'Malley, unless she's married
New
now.
best friends.
The last we saw of her and her thugs, she burned down a refinery. Thankfully, it was at night and no one was within it. But the loss of property can easily turn into the loss of life.
Elodine is like,
currently-
she's currently,
Elodine's like,
sorry.
what?
Oh, I was gonna say,
Sorry, go
Elodine is sitting in the corner of the little cabin area and is like listening to their chant of "Down with Tricordia, up with the workers," and like trying to come up with a cooler chant for them because that kind of sucks. And so she just kind of interrupts. What's his name again?
Hector
Adam.
or Adam? Our guy or the guy that we want to be friends with?
Adam, our
Guy. Okay, Adam.
boss. So Tricordia, is there like another name for that?
Tricordia is the name of the 3 corporations that have founded Port of Olympia and kind of rule.
Okay, so there's no other name.
What are the 3
you guys
corporations
try.
exactly?
The Saber Corp, which you are employed by,
Okay.
that handles a lot of salvage and logistics, shipping, the likes. Then there's Wizen Pharmaceuticals. They handle a lot of potion making, cosmetics, clothing, other such things. They're led by a rather eccentric leader. You'd best avoid her. Her honeyed words have a way of drilling into the mind.
What's the third one?
Yornik Industries.
Your name.
I'll put it in this.
Thank you.
Like how Yornik? What is that word? This is language you're speaking to me now. I'm
Allow
sorry.
English, believe it or not.
I can only learn Gnomish. I'm so sorry.
Oh, Bjorn.
Oh, I wanna say Yornik and Gnomish to like help out with that. It's first of all Yornik.
It's just Bjornik.
Yornik.
I think as soon as Adam mentions Yornik Industries, I'm like, alas, poor Yornik.
He just cocks an eyebrow towards you.
What? It was right there.
Anyway,
right there.
Bjornik handles a lot of magitech and artifice. Most of what you see in the city, actually, magitech-wise, was built by them. No, I don't know much about their leadership, unfortunately. They're very secluded. But you'll most likely run across employees by both of them in your works in time too. So it's best to know of some of those.
For sure.
And so as your carriage carries through this ring, the copper ring, Adam called it, of the city, it is basically the industrial ring of Port of Olympia. You see that there's a lot of factories, a lot of salvage yards, a lot of refineries. And the streets are stained by industrial runoff. This air is smoggy with industrial runoff. It's very much the heart of industry here. And as you kind of you approach these large walls that are separating the rings, the gates to cross are open, but there is a guard presence. However, these guards are not the security line that you saw that had the corporate security guards of Saber Corp and the Tricordia. These guards look more official. You see they're dressed, they have a white tabard that has a gray rose symbol on it. They are dressed in like a breastplate metal armor. Some of them have full faceplate masks, others don't, but if they have a mask, it's only the bottom half. They're carrying spears and such, and they wave you through. No problem. And as you kind of pass through the wall gate, you kind of see almost a squadron of these same white guards, these white armored guards, in a heavier armor, kind of moving towards where the protest is going. And as this squadron of guards passes by, you kind of notice Adam sneer slightly.
Is that?
I want to pass by them a little further and then like, what's up with that?
What's up with that?
What's up with that, Adam? Adam, what's
Adam?
what's that about? Adam, best friend, what's that?
Not a fan?
Not a fan.
Those are the White Rose Theocrats.
The theocrat.
Religious zealots.
Mm.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very much a relationship that we are forced to tolerate, as their presence is the reason why Port of Olympia has no crime. Mostly. They have very zero tolerance, and they handle a lot of security both within and without Port of Olympia. However, with that being said, they are religiously insane. I'd best do things to not break the law here, because their inquisitors are not known for taking it easy.
Who do they worship?
They worship, excuse me, Rainier, the god of glory and justice. They don't much tolerate other religions.
Teo slowly, like very subtly puts his necklace inside his shirt.
Just yeah.
Yeah.
Adam kind of gives you a slight nod when you do that. That's probably for the best.
It's
They.
just to be clear, it's not illegal to follow any other people.
It's
here,
not
right?
illegal. No, they handle the security, but they are not part of the leadership of the city. The worship of other gods and religions are not banished. However, they may not treat you equally. They tolerate the rest of the Triacide pantheon, which Rainier leads, but any religions they kind of do not. So if you worship one of the 12 gods of the Triacide, you'll.
Okay.
Just probably
Cool.
keep that to ourselves.
Yeah. Good to know. Good to know. Good
How
to know.
close are we to the crowd?
You have passed the crowd now. You are moving into the Silver Ring.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And the Silver Ring is where you see a lot of low-income houses, a lot of corporate houses, corporate housing for workers, a lot of low-rise apartment buildings. You also see like a multitude of shops and stands and stalls around. This is very much the worker quarters of the city.
Like Saber Corps workers.
Every corporate workers. Like if you're not like working in a shop, this is where you'd live.
Okay.
Okay.
And as you pass by, you see that there is a focus that almost everywhere you kind of go on the main road through the Silver Ring, there is a plaza. There's a small park. It looks very well kept. And in the middle of that park is a statue of 3 individuals kind of standing back to back in a industrialist way. And Adam speaks of that's known as the Square of Solidarity. It is propaganda. And I'm saying that as someone who works directly for the board of Saber. Those are
I
the
want to go
original.
investigate that. Yeah, if it's propaganda, let's check it out. Let's look into see what how they're doing all that.
You could look
As
at
Adam
discover
Stone.
on your own time.
Okay,
Mm.
I want to look at it.
Yeah, make a note for it. And then you pass through a wall gate. More of the White Rose guards are there waving you through. And the Gold Ring, as Adam explains, is the main ring of the city. This is where there's most of the middle class housing is, live and work. There's a lot of shops, and you can see just specialist and general shops all over. There's restaurants and taverns. It looks very much like a downtown city. It's mostly clean, but the thing that you have hardly miss is this massive white marble cathedral. And there's banners flying off it of that same gray rose symbol. And you realize that that's the home base of the White Rose Thieves.
Is that also kind of where we're going to
No.
talk with our CEO? Okay, so it's
Nope.
on the way, but perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
The Square of Solidarity,
Solidity?
the Square of Solidarity in the Silver Ring was kind of the main focus of that ring. The cathedral is the main focus of this ring.
Okay, okay.
And this is also the heaviest presence of the White Rose Guards.
Best behaviors,
you-
everybody.
Yeah.
Best behaviors.
But you also see there's a lot of offices for mercenary and adventure outfits as well. It's massive. And you see that there is like a central park that runs the whole length of this ring as well. It is very much a nice place to live. The Gold Ring, that is. And then you reach the final gate going into the last ring of the city, the Platinum. You notice that there are not White Rose guards guarding this ring. There are instead more corporate guards. And they actually stop your carriage And in comes one of the guards, comes up to the driver, who flashes papers. Driver takes the papers, looks. You see a couple of his companions also kind of come to his windows and look in, and Adam just simply gives them a wave. And the guards nod, and they take the papers back, and the carriage is allowed to continue on. As Adam explains it, the Platinum Ring is where the rich and powerful of Port of Olympia reside.
Are we gonna live there?
Yes, your chateau is in the Platinum Ring.
Oh.
Surprising. I expected it to be in the outer ring.
I totally thought we were living in the poor area and it was gonna be like, yeah,
There's-
with the people.
The,
No, we're not.
the Platinum Ring is split up in a weird way, because this is kind of like the back of the city. So you see that the walls curve all the way around and kind of finish the city off. Each of the rings had gates to the outside on the north or south ends of the ring. So,
Yeah.
but this one is split. There's like a central semicircle almost area where there's a lot of shops, but these are like high-end artisan shops, both magic and otherwise. There are taverns and bars here, but they're more like country clubs. Everyone here looks rich, or they're wearing a suit to make them seem like they're rich. Sometimes it could just be a fact of they're a broker who lives in Manhattan kind of vibe.
Mm.
There's a lot of wealth here, and you can kind of see the guard presence. Again, is a mix of these corporate guards from the Tricordia. There's Saber guards, there's Wizen, there's Bioneck. There's a lot. And as you pass through, there's a massive town square that is full of cafes, shops, restaurants, and the like. And then there's almost like gated paths leading to each of the compound areas where each of the corporations claim their HQ. And you guys go down the center path that leads to Saber Court. There's like iron wrought gates and fences leading around, but as you walk as your carriage passes through, you see this large pyramid building, very pyramid in shape, that is the central corporate headquarters of Saber. Kind of branching off, you see that there's various other housing looking units that are all chateaus on the left side. And Adam explains that's where the special grade teams live. So not just yourself, but the other ones. On the right side, there's a lot more of administration and buildings. And in the center, there is a statue of their president, the CEO. And as you pass by his statue, you see that he is a man in a well-dressed suit who looks very regal, stoic. At least how the statue designer made it. But eventually your carriage makes its way to the front of the pyramid, and Adam opens the door and leads you all off. Welcome to the Saber Corps headquarters. I hope the small tour of the city was not bad for you.
We took notes.
Good.
We took notes.
We took notes.
Excellent. Well, you have plenty of time to explore it. As you are now special grade, the jobs you will receive, salvage-wise from us at least, will be of a higher tier and danger level. However, they will take longer, and they might not come in as often as if you were a lower grade team. So you have a lot of free time to explore the city and pursue things you wish to pursue. But understand that you are on call. When we call, you should arrive.
Call us anytime, boss.
Good. And with that, you enter the pyramid.
All right. Let's go talk with Charles.
Let's go say hi.
All right.
Yeah. As I walk away from Adam, I whisper to the group, y'all, I have never lived anything fancier than 2 rings ago, so this is very overwhelming for me.
Guys, it's kind of a lot. I feel like
Do you
we're
think-
in over our heads.
Do you think we can afford a place in the outer ring? Like, do you think we can get
Like
one of
on
those
top of the
apartments?
place?
Maybe. Well, I don't know if we have to pay for this one, but
No, I'm pretty sure
we'll find out. We'll find that out with money later.
We get
We'll
free
figure out our-
lodging.
Yeah. So I don't know. Let's go talk with Charles. Charles.
Yeah.
We have a meeting with Charles.
Charles.
Mr. Whitaker.
You guys are like kind of having this whisper conversation and kind of practicing your voices behind Adam as he walks to his massive, like black
Charles.
marble lobby.
Charles.
There is a
Charles.
central
Pleasure to meet
desk
you,
that
Charles.
you guys just walk by. The receptionist looks up. She sees that you're with Adam, and she immediately looks back down, pretending as if you weren't there.
Does the receptionist have a nameplate?
Yes, her name. I was prepared to have a random name generator this time. Her name is Maggie.
Maggie?
Yeah, Maggie.
Maggie. Okay.
And she is a human.
Nice.
Human.
Ha. Do we run into those often?
Yeah. In the words of John Crichton, humans are superior. You know,
Man.
it's a Farscape reference.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
I mean, we're on the wrong side of a picket fence.
Okay, really fast and stream. Where's
Are we
my
the bad?
fade to
Are we the
black?
baddies?
We're the baddies. We're the baddies.
And who are the bad guys?
We're the baddies.
Who knew a Farscape reference would make us the bad guys? Damn. But yeah, you make your way to the back, and there's an executive private elevator bay that Adam kind of takes a key out of his pocket, opens the elevator, it dings softly, and he enters it, and he gestures for you guys to enter with him.
I say, cheers, Maggie. Thanks for your help. And go on to the elevator with Adam.
Maggie
She-
did
she makes-
literally nothing. Leave her alone.
She takes no notice of your existence. You
We
came
need-
in with one of the Hound Pack.
We need to make friends with the people who are the support of this,
This is
entire
not the time,
thing.
bro. This is
No,
not the
it's-
time.
I recognize, I acknowledge Maggie exists. We appreciate Maggie's work.
Maggie did nothing.
Oh, I
Leave
thought you were
her
being
alone.
snarky.
No. I'm trying to I want to make that as earnest as possible. Sorry about that if that came off sarcastic. I want to be as earnest as possible of friendly to Maggie. She did her job exactly how she wants to do it and exactly how she's supposed to. She recognized the person, looked down. Cheers, Maggie. You did great.
Maggie just probably shoves her face further into a book.
You see this whole explanation. as the
She's
elevator doors
trying
close.
so hard not to acknowledge your existence because you came in with a member of the Hound Pack. Not just any member, but the leader of the Hound Pack. And the Hound Pack are the eyes, ears, and enforcers of Saber Corp's board. So she's trying to
Just walk
acknowledge.
with HR.
That's fine. She can ignore it. Can I see if she smiles a little?
No, she's not making eye contact. So luckily someone else comes up and she's like, "Hi, how can I help you?" And she's completely ignoring you.
All right. Good job, Maggie.
Tyler, she doesn't like you.
Dang.
You've been on this planet for 10 minutes, already making stellar impressions.
I'm trying to
Oh,
make
God.
friends. These people know the things.
Not
She
when we're
doesn't
with
like you.
Adam.
Not in front of Adam. I get it. I get it. Not in front of
This
Adam.
argument.
Not in front of Adam. Fine.
I was gonna
Let's
say,
go meet
Adam
Charles.
is like, what are you guys doing?
He's
That is
holding the
very
elevator open, just kind of looking at you guys.
I'm already in the elevator, by the way. I did that as I was going in the elevator. You guys are just berating me as I'm standing in here waiting for you to come in. Adam, get him in here. Let's go. Let's talk with Charles.
And so
I get on
everyone
the elevator.
shuffles into the elevator, and then it closes, and there's a ding, and it slightly whirs up. You notice that there are no, there's no a button panel in here. There's no buttons in this elevator.
This elevator goes one way.
There is only one place this elevator goes, and that is to the penthouse office
I was gonna say, are we
suite.
going up or down? Can we tell? Because if we're going down, I'm gonna panic.
I just
You go up.
sequence and I feel
You
like
go up.
Okay.
And the elevator softly dings again. And this is where I need to ask. Does everyone here have spellcasting?
let's find
I do.
out.
Yes.
I do.
I do. I have cantrips. Yeah, I've got spellcast.
Okay.
You got spells, yeah.
I don't at all.
Says the sorcerer.
Deception.
We're
I need
fucked.
everyone in here to get a Constitution. Actually, no. I need Riston, Persepha. Being a sorcerer, you are the purest being of magic here. So as magic suffuses every cell in your body, basically. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
Oh.
So what does that mean?
So 2d.
You roll 2 and you take the lower.
Yeah, 2d20.
Okay.
Take the lower and add your Constitution modifier on your saving throw.
All right.
Oh.
Are you serious?
So is it 2?
A 2?
Plus?
Plus?
It's just a 2.
Oh, you have a +0 to your con saves? Oh.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right.
All right, 2.
So everyone here who
Oh wait,
Oh,
We
I
lost
can't
you.
hear you.
There we go.
Yeah.
what?
We lost you on that. Yeah.
Yeah, start over again.
Yeah, start from
Yeah.
everyone here.
Everyone here is magically attuned in some way.
Yep.
When the elevator doors open, you feel that magical gone, like cut off completely. Those of you who cast basic spells, like I will say, Elodine and Xylar, you just that buzz of magic you have access to, you don't feel it anymore. It might not affect you as heavily.
It feels like
Does
when I got
Tim
into
Tam
that
survive?
sarcophagus.
He actually he's in one piece, but he's not moving in your pocket.
He's just he hangs out on my shoulder, so he's just sitting there.
Yeah, he
Like
just slumped. He's like
Okay.
slumped
Oh, did
forward.
he fall over?
No,
you,
he's
you
not
count
falling.
him.
He's just like,
He's
"Aw."
hanging on your shoulder. Yeah.
Oh my god,
Um,
Tim Tam.
Does this feel like when I went into the sarcophagus and it cut me off from the magic and all that? Kind of like
Somehow-
not exactly like that, but like
somehow worse.
somehow. Damn. Okay.
It feels like a deadened weight is now in your head where your magic used to
Ugh.
be. Ezreal, that connection to the divine you had that you used to heal and do anything is gone, and it's
God is dead.
it's very much one of those like
Dead.
hollow feeling, a completely hollow feelings you have. Your god is dead, and you have no more magic.
Honestly, if I met a Charles Xavier, just walked up and felt that, I would think, yeah, God is dead as well. It makes sense.
Yes.
Teo, this is the first time in a very long time the voices are gone. Your amulet is not ice cold. You actually feel sort of normal now. Whatever connection to your patron has been severed from you.
He like starts sweating as we walk in.
It is very warm in this elevator, guys. It's very warm in this elevator. He starts fanning
Did I-
himself, and you see him like do like this shirt thing. It's cool.
Persephone.
He's,
Am I
and he's,
just
like,
dead?
panicking
Did I just die
internally.
right now? You killed me?
Immediately, Persephone, the elevator doors open, and it feels like thousands of spears just lanced into your brain. Your entire body feels heavier than lead, and you more or less just collapse on the ground, nausea and bile boiling up your throat. Adam looks down, and he rolls his eyes, and he steps over you, and he goes, "Nigel, turn it off." And there's a brief moment, and then a very heavy sigh. And then
I'm like
all of you
trying to
suddenly-
start fire.
And then all of a sudden, all of you feel your magic rush back into you like normal.
And
Oh
I
Never
do
mind,
throw
God's
up.
alive.
I
yeah, you
throw
do
up.
throw up. Yeah.
I do throw up then.
Can you create
It's-
water to wash that away, please?
I could burn it. I think I'll make
That's
it
gonna
work.
smell
Don't
worse.
burn it. That's gonna-
I just look up at Tyler with the most evil expression, like, you want me to do magic now?
I just felt like my entire body died.
I was just murdered and brought back to life.
It's a miracle. Now let's clean up.
Odin is like, I'm so happy you're fine, Persephone, and is like babying Tim Tam.
Yeah, what can we do? It's Sorry, Charles, about the elevator. Sorry, Adam.
Someone else. It's someone
yeah.
else's job, guys.
Our-
It's someone else's job.
I'm sorry for being an ass.
Do you guys leave the elevator and enter the area proper now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanna see if I can clock this Nigel that was spoken to.
Like, Nigel, the fuck was that?
Adam, what was that?
Yeah.
Persephone, you're a little weak on the knees, but you're able to pick yourself up. And the nausea still lingers, but it's enough. With the help of your friends, you can enter in, and you guys enter into a
Throw your shoulder
Well-
over, help you hovel up.
well
Sorry for being a
Decorated.
jerk.
You're not
lounge.
sorry.
Which one is Nigel?
So
Where is
I
Nigel?
ask like really quietly. I'm like, wait, which one is this Nigel guy?
I don't know.
So
But
as
he
you guys
needs to
walk
die.
in, you see that there's plush carpets, nice thick couches, a spot where a secretary would be that's currently empty, and you see Adam standing over the back of a couch, looking down disapprovingly towards who you assume is Nigel. And as you guys kind of enter it proper, Nigel sits up, and what you see is a tall, thin human man. He has side cuts, he has a mohawk, but currently it's not up; it's just fluff over one side. He had from the skin you can see it's heavily tattooed, but there's no pattern to it. He has a lot of piercings. His suit, while Adam's is crisp, clean, and well cut, his suit kind of hangs on him loosely and looks very unkempt. The tie is undone, everything, and he has a half-smoked cigarette in his lips, and he stands up. It's not my fault they can't handle it. I'm simply
Is that
providing
Nigel?
security as expected. Yes, this would be Nigel. And you see the one thing you guys all notice is there's a very heavy amulet he's wearing that looks like an eye, and currently the eye is closed.
It's the amulet, guys.
I look him directly in the eye and I go, "Fuck you."
He gives you a wide smile. You can see all his teeth, and they're surprisingly white and clean. And the feeling is mutual if you're one of the magic ones. Adam kind of slaps Nigel in the back of the head. This is Nigel. He is one of the other members of the Hound Pack that you may or may not interact with by your time here. He is what's known as a blank, a being so antithesis to magic he shuts it down around him. He's not supposed to have the amulet unactivated that suppresses his powers. And Nigel just kind of stands up, shrugs, and starts attempting to light his cigarette again that Adam snaps out of his mouth. I would be... Yes, his very being suppresses magic. I apologize you all had to experience that, especially you, Persephone.
Elodine just kind of steps forward a little bit. It's just the ability to suppress magic is a type of magic in itself, right?
Nigel just shrugs. It's not in that way that you think it is. I understand that there's spells out there who dispel and anti-magic and wards and whatnot. It's not that case. There's some kind wrong with me. Been that way since a kid. And
Or you're
that
just
wrongness...
magic.
So the amulet helps you suppress that ability?
The amulet was developed to help turn off my blink.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so-
magic.
so
to
I
turn off
close-
magic.
You are
Okay,
just
cool.
a magic user. Got it. In denial, magic phobic.
Does
He's
he pull
using
out another
magic to
cigarette?
suppress his magic that suppresses our magic.
Does he pull out another cigarette, or can I take the one from Adam's hand?
No, he doesn't have any more. He
I
just
want to
seemed
take
to
the
have
one
that.
from Adam's hand. Can I take the one from Adam's hand?
Yeah,
may
sure.
Adam, may I?
Yeah.
Adam just kind of holds it out.
Thank you. I take it.
Looks around for a
Female
no
Tails
smoking
sees this
sign.
tattooed, cigar smoking, sarcastic man and goes in his own head. He doesn't say it out loud, but in his head he's like, "What's his deal?"
All right, at the ash it, and then I go,
See?
Elodine, can you light this?
No.
Elodine
no,
is
do not
strictly
light it.
against smoking indoors.
Elodine, please.
No, sir.
I
not
want to
do
blow
it.
smoke in his face.
I know you want to be cool, but
I
he
wanna blow
just
it in his
stopped
face.
him from. She lights it.
Thank you. Take the drag. Nigel? Please don't.
Did you
Put
blow
it out.
smoke in Nigel's face?
I blew it right next to his face.
Okay.
He looks at you,
Am I-
and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom +1. Well, that's in that 20 +1.
Okay, thank God.
He
Probably won't.
looks at you, and he gives you a smile that is everyone recognizes is the smile of an absolute predator, as like a predatory animal, as in he is a hunter. And Xyler, you feel this ice cold kind of trickle down your spine that you're able to resist and stand up against, but it is as if your lizard brain it just flooded your brain with this is a predator.
This
He
is
will kill you.
Fight or flight.
This is
Better to
this is
fly.
fight or flight. This is fight or flight, and you better fly. But you're able to stand your ground with your wisdom save.
I want to be like, I like that smile. Let me try and then try and like do it back to him.
But
That's
What do
good
you
to
roll
have.
for that?
That's good to have. I want to do it back to him as best as possible to mimic it, and then
Yeah.
just keep that in the. It's a good
Is that
smile
performance?
to have. Yeah,
give me a performance check.
performance. All right. Let's see.
Guidance.
The +2 guidance. Okay, so
Guidance.
14 +2, 16. Guidance gives me what?
1d4 extra.
1d4. Let's do a d4. So 16 plus 17.
He just simply he reaches out and he kind of taps the side of your face. You'll get there one.
Perfect.
Anyway, Adam,
Perfect.
I'm
I'm gonna
out.
hold the smile on him. I'm holding it right at him then.
And then Nigel stands up. He stretches. He's very gangly, long, thin, lanky. He kind of like shoves his hands in his pocket, slouches over, and kind of just stalks out of the office into the elevator.
I want to turn to Adam and be like, I like you better. After Nigel's gone.
Yeah, Nigel has an extreme chip on his shoulder by the way he was raised. His blankness is something he had since birth. Well, if you live in a place where there's magic and your very existence is antithesis to magic, you can understand how that. I would do best not to cross him. He serves a shadowy role on the Hound Pack, I should say.
Yeah, man, he could kill
He's
Persephone.
he's a hunter, a predator. It's who we send if things need to get dirty. Unfortunate. Anyway, ready to meet Charles?
Yeah, let's go meet Charles. Charles.
Yes.
Charles.
Yeah, everyone's been great so far.
What
so
other high
I'm
acting can we
excited.
antagonize today?
Charles.
Who else can we piss
I-
off?
I promise you the rest of the Hound Pack is not as bad as Nigel. Nigel just has a foul attitude. You may or may not meet them. They're all employed on various missions at any given time. Charles just likes to have Nigel around for security. Because he's good at his job, despite his attitude.
The magic thing is his job.
It's very effective. You'd be surprised how many assassins do try to use magic in some capacity.
Oh, valid. Makes
no,
sense.
super surprised with our whole team made of magic here.
He knows better than to use it indoors like this, because it also affects the magitech that keeps the building running in some capacity. We've had to double layer protect a lot of the magic systems that Bjornik has installed in the building, like the elevator, so his very existence doesn't shut it down.
Makes sense.
But it is a secret among us. a lot of the other corporations are unaware of Nigel's true capacity. So in case, we like to keep that trump card in our back pocket.
Mum's
gives us-
the word, love. We get it.
Very well. Anyway, he knocks on the door and you hear a gruff voice, "Enter!" And Adams opens the door. Go ahead and meet Charles Whitaker.
Okay.
Just stroll right in.
Yeah, I guess we open the door.
All right. You enter this large, lavish office set. You see that there's a circular window overlooking the whole of Port of Olympia. There's a deep oak mahogany desk. There's bookcases filled with books. There's lounge chairs. You see that there's a minibar on the side. And kind of standing in front of the window dramatically, hands clasped behind his back, you see a tall 6-foot frame. You can see that it's dressed not in a very fine suit, but almost like you almost see that it's kind of almost like workman's attire. You see it, the equivalent of jeans, a nice coat, thick coat, and as this individual turns around, you see the stony skin of an Earth Ganassi. His hair, or what could be considered hair, is studs of gems that have been carved to look like a slicked back hairstyle. He has a very stoic but warm face. And as he approaches you all, he holds out a stony hand. About time to meet the new salvage team. How's it going? I'm Charles Whitaker, CEO and president of Saber.
Nice
Mr.
to meet
Whitaker,
you, sir.
hi.
Nice
Is
to
it-
meet you.
Yeah, if he puts out his hand to shake, I think we'll I'll shake. And everybody else who wants to shake hands.
Excellent.
Is he
Form
saying he had
handshake.
jewels in his hair?
Yeah, his
His
hair
hair
is
is
basically
jewels.
gem.
Ooh.
Love
He's
to
an
know.
Earth Ganassi.
He's what?
He's an Earth Ganassi. So, Persephone is a Water Ganassi. Elodine's a Fire Ganassi. He's an Earth Ganassi.
We almost have a
And I
Captain
shake his
Planet.
hand. I just come out of the gems and be like, I'm a jeweler, so this is very impressive to me. Your hair.
Oh,
very
is
well
it?
done. Yes.
Thank you. I have the finest on my team. But anyway, can I interest you all in a drink? And he approaches the bar and he kind of takes a glass down and uncorks a carafe and starts pouring some kind of wine.
No thanks, I don't drink.
Yes, we've been told that we are on call, so I think it would be best if we didn't drink right now. But thank you so much.
Do you have water? I could really use some water right now.
Yes, of course. And he gestures to an ice bucket that has glass bottles of water.
And I take a bottle and just kind of chug it. I do not care. I am dying still.
He looks at you with what you can tell is a cocked eyebrow. Even his eyebrows are gemstones, and he doesn't say anything as he kind of pours his wine and he sips it. You can see that the wine kind of soaks into his stony lips, like dirt accepting water.
Ooh.
And he looks at all of you. So Adam tells me that you have assisted us in one of our big missions here in Saber Corp, retrieved an artifact.
Yeah.
As best we can. And we'll continue to do so.
Good. That is. It's big. We need a competent one such as yourself to do this. See, the board wishes to pursue these artifacts, saying that they'll be the future of Saber Corp, and he rolls his eyes. I think it's a waste of our time. But he shrugs. What will you do when you have the board has you under their thumb? His laugh is not one full of mirth. It is a dry, sarcastic laugh. Tell me, do you enjoy your time as a salvager or Saber Corps before your special grade?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We get the
The
job done.
last
We're pretty
mission you
good
went
at
on
what
was
we do.
pretty wild.
It was
Yeah.
a living, but nothing is lofty with aspirations towards this.
Yeah.
So you enjoyed the honest day's work of a good salvage job.
The teamwork, the camaraderie, our family here. Yeah.
The money. Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
The money's nice, yes.
We do try to pay our employees well. That being said, though,
Say that again.
Sorry. Audio's being weird. Sorry.
ah,
There you
noises.
Sorry
Okay,
about
Better.
are. That one just didn't want to pick up.
technical difficulties. Anyway, how did the job with the artifact make you feel?
I mean, it went as well as it probably could have.
We're still left with
Yeah.
questions.
It did a number on the crew that had it before us.
Yeah.
So I've heard. The 2 survivors that we've taken in to the team studying the artifacts. It's the least we could do after destroying their lives with that job. But I digress. He finishes his glass of wine and sets it down. I have a feeling about all of you. You will do well here. But if I could offer you a piece of advice as someone who's been in this business more or less since its inception, don't take anything at face value. Tricordia is powerful, but there's more beneath that surface.
With
that-
that being said, can I actually, like, that kind of triggers something in my head? I have detect portal once per short rest. As an action, you can detect the distance and direction of the closest planar portal within 1 mile. Below the surface, stuff like that, can that kind of like just back of the head have that send out a ping as a sensory?
So I'll say it's outside the 1 mile radius, so you don't
Okay.
get the extreme details, but you get the sense that there is an extraplanar portal, not in the Saber Core HQ.
Okay, I can tell that there's like a direction outside. If we
Yes.
go, I can follow that pole,
Yep.
but it's nothing I can really pinpoint on with perfectly. Okay.
Yep, it's without that. It's outside that mile radius, but you are aware that there is something.
Okay. It just kind of like the questioning of it, the underneath and everything, just like there's something with it. So I'm gonna do. Yeah, thank you.
With that, Charles Whitaker looks towards all of you. I can't say much, but I will try to answer any questions you might have now, because I know you will have plenty.
Out of character. Yo, what the fuck?
Out of character.
This
It is very.
madness stuff?
It's giving me out a lot how honest all of these high-ranking executives are being with us.
Yeah.
I know. I think that's like really throwing me off. I'm not used to it. Questions.
Questions. Sorry, I gotta go
mean,
feed pets real fast.
I
My
don't
question is,
remember
what's the next job,
anything.
man? Like,
I want to ask what the board wants with the artifact that we got, but I'm pretty sure you can't answer that.
yeah.
He will point towards you, Eladine. Your next job will be communicated to you through the director that will be assigned to manage your team.
Thank you for that. That is good. Very good information.
He's surly, but he's good at his job, so just keep that in mind. I made sure to personally get him back on the job to direct your team. As for your question, Teo, I do not have an answer for that.
Because you don't know, or
Because you
just
just won't
simply-
say.
He just simply crosses his arm. He clasps his hands behind his back and doesn't answer.
Okay.
Just in case we have any other questions, is there any like library or how do you call it, a file place where we can look into the company's
Records, history, stuff like that.
records?
Your-
Yes.
For learning
Your,
purposes.
your director would have information on that, but I will tell you now, being you are a special grade salvage team, but you are still a salvage team.
Yeah.
I suggest perhaps checking out some of the administration buildings, some of the labs we have here. Maybe you'll find an ally who can get you access to such things. And he gives a sly wink at them.
Who would you say we should watch out for in the city?
Everyone.
Who do you think we should reach out to?
He goes to open his mouth as he's going to answer the question, but then he stops and he closes it. I think that's for you to find out. And with that, there's a knock at the door. Seems our time is up. Remember, nothing at face value. Not even me. He chuckles as he returns to his place in front of the window. And the door opens and Adam kind of pokes his head in. Sir, the director for this team is here. And Whitaker just kind of waves them away, waves you all away, does without a word.
Yeah, Elodine's done with the conversation, so she just kind of leads the way out.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we're out of earshot of the CEO, I'm like, man, I wish I had taken that glass of wine. I could really use a glass of wine right about now. It's
Alright.
a lot.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
In the lounge area, there is, sitting on one of the chairs, slipping a flask back into his jacket pocket, you see a male dwarf. His beard is unkempt. It looked like he just barely pulled a comb through it when he woke up. He is bald, so just the beard. His suit is also equally wrinkled and unkempt. He just looks like a very surly individual. And then he sees you guys walk out, and he kind of wipes his hands on his suit pants and stands up and walks towards you, taking his spot next to Adam. Team, this will be your director, your direct liaison through your jobs and the rest of Saber Corps while your time here. This is Director Maddox Ford. I'll put that name in the chat real fast.
So this is our industrious man.
Yes, this is your
New boss
man
guy.
who's... He will serve as your direct liaison, I should say. While you'll still report to myself and the board when it comes to such things, he is your direct contact to the rest of us. Any mission will come through him, and he is also well-versed in the city and can help provide answers for any of the like. He is here to help you, despite his outwardly appearance. And then Maddox just shrugs. Y'all can call me Ford. I was a day off of retiring when Whitaker asked me to personally be your director. So he just steps forward and he extends a hand. I'd like to know who I'm supposed to lead here.
I nudge Ezreal forward first, like shake hands. Bump him
Hi,
forward.
pleasure to meet you. Well,
Please.
hi, good. Hi, I'm Ezreal. These are, the others.
I nudge the others forward now. We'll shake hands.
I shake his
I'm
hand and
gonna
go, I'm Persephone. And I step back after.
Let's do a performance roll real quick. Okay, cool.
Oh, no.
Teo's very confident. He just firmly shakes his hand. Hi, I'm Teo. Nice to meet you.
Pleased.
I look back
Elodine,
at,
oh, sorry.
look back at Siler. I look back at Siler and I'm like, dude, what was that? Throw me
So-
on the bus. What?
I just smile and then I reach out and I shake Ford's hand, and with my other hand I reach into and I pull out my flask, shake his hand. Zyler, we're not going to make things too difficult for you, I hope. And then kind of cheers with the flask, undo it, and take a drink and put it back in as a.
I hope so. He makes no notice of that. In fact, you see like a slight sneer in his mouth when you do that. And then he turns and he looks up towards Adam. They really let anyone be special grade sours these days, huh?
I know, right? It's wild.
We definitely feel super out of place here.
Yeah, yeah.
I could tell. All right, you greenhorns, let's go. I'll show you to your chateau. And he turns and he looks towards Adam. Tell Whittaker he owes me. And then he'll walk towards the elevator. Let's go, double time, up to.
All right, we got a boss man telling us what to do, and she just like gets in line.
Teo very like sarcastically does like a soldier march.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be
Ford-
chill and treat Ford like Jonah now.
Ford just has like a deep eye roll towards everyone's behaviors. While Jonah is like kind of like friendly, amicable millennial manager trying to be your friend boss.
Jonah would have taken a drink from his flask with me.
Yeah,
Ford doesn't want
Ford
to.
is surly, bristly. Definitely doesn't want to be here, but is only here because because his close personal friend asked him to.
Elodie just kind of goes forward. It's just like, why do we need a boss that like was about to retire? Like, what is so important that you needed to not retire?
He steps in the elevator with you. The door's closed. If I knew that, I wouldn't be here now, would I? And in the
I
confines
feel like you
of the
could be
elevator,
here and know that.
in the confines of the elevator, though, you smell booze waft off him.
Okay.
Judgy, but also
That's why they
dreams.
retire,
Okay.
Listen, I was about to retire, but Whittaker had a marker with me, and he called that marker in to be your director.
Why?
I don't-
We'll find
I
out.
don't tend to question when he says some things like that or asks things. He works in a different capacity than the rest of us. All I know is when he says jump, I have to say how high.
And then we have to jump even higher.
And then I whip you so you jump just as high. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You get
please
it.
don't whip me.
I don't actually have a whip.
I don't
Yeah,
remember
Charge
there
up that
being a
way
consent
years ago.
form.
Oh,
before
if
we
I
went
I
into this
already like died back there. I don't-
turned our magic just off.
Oh, Nigel, that piece of shit.
I almost
Yes, that piece
died.
of shit.
I almost died.
Because of that
He
comment,
looked-
adding note on best boss day, buy Ford a whip.
He looks you up. He looks all of you up and down, and he looks towards you, Persephone. You're a sorcerer, then.
Yes.
I'm sorry, then. Nigel is
An
not
asshole.
something easy. Yeah, that's putting it lightly. That's a nice way of calling him.
Buy
doesn't have good
Persephone
teeth.
a whip.
Listen, the Hound Pack are all weird, but very dangerous individuals, so I'd be careful about crossing them.
They were fine.
Believe it or
that
not.
guy.
Nigel isn't even the worst of them.
Why is our,
How many
our
of them are there?
connection the Hound Pack? I'm so like questioning
Are you part of the Hound
why
Pack? Is Charles
like-
part of the Hound Pack?
No.
we're just a salvage corps, like salvage group. I'm so confused why we needed a conversation with our CEO who I've never needed to meet our CEO before or a CEO of any company I've worked for.
And everyone is being
You're-
so honest, and it's weird.
For the first time, you hear Ford actually laugh. There's weird things going on here. I'm sure you already picked up on that. Whitaker is a weird one, but he's an honest guy.
Is
He's
he?
what
Is
brought
he?
Saber. He shrugs. I choose to believe he's honest.
Okay.
And that's why you were
The
one
point-
day away from retirement?
And that's why I want him here on his behest.
Mm.
Wouldn't you like to know why you're not being able to retire?
Yep.
You know the artifact that we brought in?
I know of the artifacts. All the special grade salvage teams have been tasked with finding them. I hear from the other directors that I've worked with that their teams have been dealing with them also.
Okay.
Altogether, there's 6 teams, including yourself. You might meet them, you might not. They might die before you can even meet them. Who knows?
We might be the
If
one
they
to
die,
go
do
get
we
all
get
of
a
the artifact.
promotion?
He shrugs. They take on the dangerous jobs. You're now count yourselves among them. So congratulations, you're Saber Corps elite.
What's the
And
next
the
job?
elevator. I don't have the details of that yet. I was told to let you settle in first.
Gotcha.
And then the elevator comes to an end and the doors open. Let's bring you to your new home. You look like you could at least use a shower and a bath. And maybe some sleep.
As we're like leaving the elevator, or are we still in the elevator, right?
No, you are leaving. The elevator's ended and Ford started walking out.
We're heading into our
Okay.
penthouse chateau.
So I'm just
Shit,
like, I
too.
want to look at the floor and see if I can see where Briston threw up, or if they've cleaned it up already.
There is
Or, not
a
Briston,
slight
Mustafa.
just clean stain
Ah.
that's fading.
Do I need to pay for that?
Do you want to hang around long enough to find out?
No, I don't. Make
Can I
Nigel pay for it. It's not my fault.
just
Yeah.
touch the floor and cast mending on it? Will that clean
There's
it up?
nothing to mend.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing to mend.
I was gonna say it's not.
Okay, so that
I
won't
think
clean it. Okay.
the cleaning spell is
Done what
not
it can.
mending. Yeah, mending is if it's broken or torn or something.
Eh,
It'd be
What is that?
prestidigitation you're looking for.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
the one
have
I was thinking of.
prestidigitation, sorry.
Prestidigitation. I don't either.
All right. But do you guys follow Ford out of the elevator to your chateau?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please.
All right. So you follow him back through the lobby, out of the pyramid, and he takes you to the left of the Saber Corps corporate compound area. And you see that there's a lot of lavish chateaus, but they're all built the same way. The same exact way.
They all look the same.
Yes.
Giant houses,
Yeah.
build of boxes. Giant houses, build of tiki. Yeah, sorry. And they all look
Um,
just the same.
They're brought to yours. The only thing that indicates that it's yours versus everyone else's is it's Team 6. And then there's like a long blank after Team 6. And then underneath, Director, Maddox Ford. Or I'm sorry, the liaison, Director, Maddox Ford. You guys got a name for your team, by the way? We could have them carve that in.
Oh, have we ever named ourselves?
Do
we
have-
named
do
we named our shit? No,
We haven't named any.
we haven't named anything, guys. We got to come up with a name.
I'm double
I
checking.
mean,
So many notes.
I know.
now is the time. We'll come up with one and we'll tell you. I guess.
Ford nods. It's not a priority. It just makes my reporting easier. And
Yeah, so we literally
builds a
just
sort of identity.
So let's think
our
of a
last
name.
mission was our
group.
first mission together, so still
Yeah,
haven't figured it
exactly.
out.
Right.
Hmm.
Anyway, he opens the gate and leads you guys in. And when you walk in the chateau, it's a single level. It's very Roma Villa-esque. There's like a open air central courtyard with a small water effect and a garden that you can walk around, lounge in. There's surrounding that. There's covered areas, and each of these areas lead to individual rooms for you guys. Then there is a kitchen, and then there's a couple common areas dotted around. A lot of these common areas don't have a purpose yet. They're empty, waiting for you guys to make a purpose out of them. But then, and as you walk in, you watch as a very mechanical butler walks forward, automaton. Greetings, new masters. I am to be your assistant here in the chateau.
What's your name?
Greetings. What can we call you?
What name do you prefer to call me?
Kevin.
No, we asked you.
Oh.
Then you may simply call me Butler.
Okay. What was your name? Or what was the one that you suggested?
Kevin.
Butler.
Kevin.
Kevin. Hey,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Understood. I will now be known as Kevin.
I'm literally going to call him something different every time.
Ford gives out a low whistle. Oh. Usually the automatons are a little more jankier than this. I guess you get a new one. He's meant to be kind of a master of the estate. He will manage it while you guys are out on mission, provide assistance for anything within the chateau itself. So, and congratulations.
Thank you. So he's
Thank you.
ours. He's our guy. He's our automaton.
Yes.
Along
But he
with
is
us as
confined.
the team.
Yes.
Cool. And then she immediately gets out her tinker tools and starts kind of like messing with the back of Kevin's head to see if she
I
can
wouldn't
get...
do that. Make a dexterity
I thought he
saving
was-
throw.
I mean, it was ours.
You didn't ask for permission or anything. Kevin's
This
gonna
is-
fight
this
you
is-
right.
I
Yeah.
I don't need permission if he is ours. I was making sure he was ours.
Yeah, I don't need
I-
permission to dive
That's
into
an
the back of my
18.
butler's head.
That's an 18.
You pop the panel off of Kevin's head. You start to look into it and see the Magitech, but then there's a shudder in Kevin's body, and suddenly he whips around, and you manage to dodge and step back very quickly. But you see that his hand has bent back, and a taser prod has popped out of it. And then he sees you backed off. The prod goes away, hand closes. Apologies, Master. My self-defense protocol's kicked in.
Kevin, can you disable those?
Yeah, can you disable those?
I cannot. While I am the automaton, part of your team, I'm still proprietary technology owned by Bjornik Industries.
Oh. Can you can you hold still while I disabled that for you?
Do you know how to
I
disable
cannot.
those? Have you worked on an automaton?
I have automatons.
Like
My
this one?
directive and protocols indicate that outside non-Bjornik certified technicians cannot perform such maintenances upon myself.
Kevin, query.
fine,
How
we'll
does
figure it
one
out.
become
Don't worry, Kevin.
certified? How does one become a Bjorn certified technician?
You must go to
Is
the
there a class I
Bjornik
can take?
Industries. Go to the Bjornik Industries headquarters and inquire upon there.
Can we get the
Okay.
address of that? Eladine, you're going to become certified. Side
Bjornik
quest.
Industries.
Does Bjornik Industries get Does Bjornik Industries get notified if one of us tries to hack into your system?
I
Kevin,
cannot answer
query.
that, Masters.
That's a yes. That's a yes.
Maybe we don't immediately hack into the company computer.
I asked if he was ours.
Kevin, is this recording being sent back to the Bjornik headquarters so they understand that this was all just a miscommunication on trying to enter into your head?
I give him the panel to his head.
He
Since
takes
I
it, he
popped
clicks
that.
it back into place.
Kevin, no harm done, right?
I do not
Good.
record things unless asked. The specific permission has been given to record things.
You have
By-
no permission
given
to
by
record
Bjornik or
anything.
by us.
Understood. I will record nothing
Unless requested.
unless requested.
Sorry, I'm just now thinking
I
like
just
GoPro start
love-
recording.
I just love that we're giving opposite like instructions to Kevin.
Meanwhile, I'm just like looking at us like, what the
If robots could think, his thoughts would be like, "What the fuck did I get myself into?" Luckily, he's a robot.
stuff are rooms?
Yes,
Ford's
there
still
are.
here.
Yeah, Ford is like he's putting his flask back in his jacket while you were interacting with Kevin. Yeah, so Kevin can show you the rooms. He also reaches out and he holds out a coin pouch. This is kind of a sign-on bonus for all of you. Take it, explore the city, have fun. I expect the next job should be here next couple of days. But if you wish to pursue other things within the city, side gigs, what have you, you are free to do so. You are just not free to do direct work for one of the other two members of the Tricordia. Kind of a non-compete clause.
So I probably can't become like a certified.
You can become certified, you just cannot work for them. Certification is not working for, it is just knowing their systems, of which Saber Corp might be pretty happy that they have an insider that is able to know the ins and outs of.
I mean, yeah, Saber Corp,
Ford-
but they
Mm.
your Nick might not be happy about it.
We'll dress you up.
Ford snaps his fingers and gives finger guns. I'm sure you'll figure it out. You're smart.
I return the shots.
He doesn't seem
Anyway.
to care. Okay, cool.
You
Sure.
look like you got somewhere to be, Ford. I think Kevin
I
can
do.
take care of the rest of this for us.
As a final note, if you are hurting for cash, there are lots of adventurer and mercenary outfits in the Gold Ring that are always looking for able-bodied individuals. Just, if you take any job that takes you outside the walls of Port of Olympia, be extremely careful.
And we don't have to worry about non-competes with these guys.
No.
Perfect.
All right, well, he tosses the coin pouch towards guys. Whoever catches it, and then he turns and he leaves. I'll see you all in a couple of days, but if you need me directly, you could ask your Kevin, and he'll get in contact.
Can we catch? I want to catch the coin person. Hold it. Hand it to Kevin. Kevin, hold this, please.
Kevin will hold it. Who take the coin purse? Hold it. Certainly, masters.
Thank you.
Kevin,
Just
can you
holds the coin
count that
purse.
for us?
Also, don't call us that, please. You can use our names.
I regret to inform that I do not know your names, masters.
Oh, I'm Elodine.
Oh. Teo.
You can call me that.
I'm Xylar.
Persephone?
Ezreal. But I also answer to hey you.
Noted. New names added. Elodine. Yes, I can count this.
Will
And
you
he-
count it?
Of course. And he kind of opens his mouth and pours the coins into it, and you hear them clanking around and whirring. And then
She looks in his mouth like
20
as
gold.
he does that, trying to see if she can kind of see like any sort of inner workings, and she can't open it.
she trying to get a look, and they're just kind of like going down a system, and then there's a lot of clunking and clanging, and then he stops. That was a total of 350 gold.
Okay, give it back.
Certainly. And then he kind of like opens a chest panel, and there's the gold in neatly stacked piles of 10 each. And he pulls them out, puts them back in the bag, and holds it out.
Kevin, our coin star.
Wait, he said 350?
350.
Yes, 350.
Alright. Man, we got over 16,000 gold, y'all.
Woo!
Really?
Yeah,
Well,
we
gotta
had.
spend some.
And then she pulls out her little pocketbook. We had 15,979 at the end of our last job.
Oh, that's right. That's what we were like basically paid for that. So
I've been keeping count.
let's, Kevin, can you show us to our rooms? Are they open for claim or do we have assigned?
They are open for claim. There are any turns, and he starts moving his arms. On the east wing, there are 3 quarters. On the west wing, there are 3 quarters. You may decide how you see fit. If you wish to join up on rooms, let me know, and I can ensure that the proper furniture is there. To the north wing, you will have your kitchen, your privy, your bathhouse, and other few common areas which you see do anything you wish to see fit. In the south wing, there is the vestibule, the way for people to come in and out, along with a few more common areas. In the center is the gardens.
We have gardens?
Yes. While they are currently in position to be gardens for viewing pleasure, if you wish me to rip up those flowers and turn them into something else more functional, please just say the word and I will ensure it is done.
I mean, sure, probably.
No,
but,
let's
right,
hold
it
off
can
on
stay
that right now.
flowers right now.
As you
You
say,
just
sure,
said the
probably his
word.
hands immediately click to the shovels and trowels, and then you say stop, his hands click back to normal.
I appreciate your enthusiasm, Kevin. Let's work on actual confirmations before just going off what we say. We're a bunch of smartasses, so
Noted. I will wait for 5 confirmations from all members of your party before I do anything asked.
Kevin, yes. And I look
Agreed.
around for everybody else
Yes.
to confirm
Yes.
with that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Elodie?
Yes.
Elodine stares at Kevin. Doesn't say anything.
I like whisper to Ellie, he probably has a manual you can ask for a copy for if you're really that curious.
Yes, and Kevin, may I have a manual for you?
Yes, I need require 4 more confirmations to receive the manual.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Does somebody have...
Tedious
Press-
mascot ever.
Does anyone know how to throw voices? I do not. We need to figure out a different way.
Can we get the 5 yeses for the
Taylor
manual?
does
Guys,
have
we need this
a-
manual.
Just mirror image, and so it's like automatically like what 3 more yeses?
Yes.
Yeah, it's 3 more yeses.
There's 5 yeses, Kevin.
I regret to inform that I do not have a manual I can give you.
All right.
We'll work on this programming later. Okay.
Kevin, write a manual. For
Confirm,
you.
Kevin. Confirm, Kevin. Kevin, confirm. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Confirm
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, Kevin, do you need 5 individual yeses from each of us, or do you just need to hear the word yes 5 times?
I need 5 yeses from every member of the party to make confirmations.
Yes.
5 yeses
Yes.
from each of us?
Yes. Yes.
Kevin, can we rewrite that to just be
Kevin.
1 yes from each of us?
One.
Yes.
1 from each of us.
Kevin, can we rewrite
Program.
this
Adjusted.
can we rewrite this that you ask for confirmation before going, but only for the person that has given you the order?
Program rewritten.
Thank you, Kevin. I think we're good now. It will ask you, are you sure? And we say yes.
Right.
Are you sure?
Yes.
No. Yes.
Are we sure of what?
Excellent. I will now go write that manual.
Oh,
And
Thank
he
you,
turns and
Kevin.
he walks away.
Kevin, can you make sure that manual is accurate?
Are you sure?
Yes. We're
And
figuring
then
this
he'll
out.
walk away.
I don't.
Let's go get our rooms, guys.
I just
Yeah.
looks at. I just kind of pulled Tim Tam out and I just kind of set him down. He is. Oh wait, how tall is Tim Tam again?
He's pretty small.
Hanging out on
I
your
made him
shoulder,
real
yeah.
tall. He could hang out on my shoulder. Anyway, and I kind of pat him on the head and I let him do his thing. And I'm like, you're a much better automaton.
Tim Tim stands up, salutes you at that, and then scampers off into the gardens.
And I just like turn to the group and I'm just like, just so you know, Tim Tam cannot do nearly as much as Butler can, Kevin can, but still better.
But Tim Tim
Are we
doesn't
giving
talk
Tim
about
Tam his own room?
Yeah, does
Ooh.
Tim
Are
we
Tam
giving
have his
Tim
own
Tam
room?
I mean, we have 6 rooms and 5 people.
Exactly.
Tim Tam can have their own room right now.
Yeah.
I don't have any issue with it.
Teo sits up in whatever room is where the sunset will hit.
Sure.
That
So
would
you're gonna be in the west wing.
Sun rises in the west.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
so
wing.
you'll be in the west wing. I don't know.
Okay, gotcha.
If we treat it like
direction.
Earth, sun rises in the east, so
It is. For the sake of my
In the west,
sanity,
okay.
it is.
like the orbital structure of it, it's rises in the east, sets in the west.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'll take
we'll
a
go with
west
that.
room.
Are you sure?
No.
Confirmation.
From the distance. From the distance, you hear Kevin go, "Yes."
Wait, does Planet Demeter have rings?
Does what?
Are you sure?
No, no, it doesn't have
man.
rings.
No, you're not sure?
It is very Earth-like.
Okay.
It has a moon.
Like
We're having to
Earth.
make up so much lore right now.
Do
Oh
I
my
feel like I'm
gosh.
connected to that moon?
Hey, Kevin, from the other room.
Yes.
And
He
he
popped
comes.
his head
Does he
out.
come in the room?
He
Does he
walks
have
in.
like?
and he has a couple pieces of parchment, and then he looks
Love
down at him regrettably, and he has like a very basic robot face. Like imagine GI Bot from Creature Commandos. That's kind of how his face is.
Okay.
And then he looks at you. I regret to inform that due to corporate protocols and standards, that I cannot write a manual about my operations. So I have decided to write a memoir.
Kevin,
Yes,
this is
I
wonderful.
love this for you, Kevin.
Kevin,
Um,
confirm. Yes.
Anytime we're not here, please continue to be writing your memoir.
Please continue.
But while
Are
we
you sure?
are here,
Confirm.
yes.
Yes.
Confirmed.
He puts his memoir away.
but while we are here, I have questions to ask you. Do
I'll
you know
do the
anything
best
about this
answer.
place? Like where the town?
Are you speaking of Port of Olympia?
Yes.
Yes.
Which do you wish to know about the Port of Olympia?
I just wanted to know if you know anything about Port Olympia.
I know what my databases know.
What does your database know?
What do you wish to know?
Damn it.
Well,
Kevin, query. Rental history outside ring. Cost. Size. 5-bed
What are you
apartment.
looking to rent?
5-bed apartment. Under 300.
He thinks for a moment. I don't have access to that information. However, I can go to real estate agencies and get that information for you.
Like physically you have to do that?
When you have the
Yes.
time after when not working on your memoir, that would be appreciated. Thank you.
Kevin is
Task
limited.
noted. Well, I mean, there's no internet, so you can't just
Yeah.
plug into the internet.
Kevin's our Google.
I know, but that's why I was just like, we're new here. Does our butler know anything about the town or the city?
It's a very,
Kevin.
very large city, so
It's like asking your smart home.
Kevin,
Do you know
what
what
is this? Kevin, where is the sketchiest marketplace in the city located?
Yes.
That would be in the Copper Ring. There is a commissary marketplace that the corporations have not serviced in a very long time that has been ran entirely by the local workforce.
That's where we want to go, right?
Yeah, I think let's unload all of our stuff, make sure we are in our rooms, and maybe make that our destination that we go to.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we can fuck with Kevin too much. Otherwise, like,
No.
we're just gonna. We can stay here messing with Kevin if we want to.
There's a lot I can do to mess with Kevin.
You're making very human Zell try to act like as much as a computer as he can. And it's
Yes.
very funny.
All right.
Gotta get some names made really fast.
All right. So you guys wish to go to the commissary marketplace in the Copper Ring?
Sure, yeah.
All right. Excellent. I will say that's a good place to take a brief break then. Let's 5-10 minutes. Do what you got to do. Get your drinks, get your food, get your bathroom breaks, whatever you got to do, and we'll be back. And we'll just pick up you guys entering the Copper Ring.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we'll be back. See you guys soon. We back? Back
We're
on?
back.
I'm live. Oh fuck. I mean, hey guys, we're back.
Woo!
Super.
Oh, we need game music, Mike.
Got it.
Oh.
All right. The party arrives at the Copper Ring, looking for the commissary marketplace. As you kind of pass through that wall gate, the White Rose guards kind of look at you, but they don't make no motion towards you. They saw you come in earlier, and it's kind of there's an understanding that you're with Saber Corps, and you're with the high tier Saber Corps, so they might not mess with you mostly. So, but as you walk in to the Copper Ring, immediately that smell of just industrial smog and runoff hits you, and it's thick and cloying. What do you guys do? What's your first move?
Can't hear Josie.
Turn your fan and power back on.
Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
I would like to look around at everybody in the area and just kind of see what is going on, just in that open where we first walked into.
Yeah, so as you walk in, it's there's the usual bustle of activity and such. There's no more shouting, no fires or anything. It's just, industry people are going about their day and their job and their work. I mean, a few people will give you like a sidelong glance as, just by the way you're dressed and hold yourself, you are very much not a member of this ring, so to speak. You don't live and work here. You stand out.
Y'all, we came here and I thought maybe I'd do some shopping, but I'm kind of thinking this is the wrong ring for shopping.
Ooh. Can I do an investigate check for a Billiam Shankers?
Ooh, yes.
Ooh, Billiam.
Oh yeah, your man.
Forgot about Billiam.
Yeah. I gotta
Um,
find my correct.
I would say that wouldn't be the check here because you are standing kind of in the middle of the road,
Oh.
and you don't know what he looks like. We're just given a name because the juggler told you. She's like, "I'll give you a name. You have to figure it out because that's how you're going to prove your worth to the situation."
Okay.
Let's not do what we did last time, which was just go directly to the heart of everything and just start being very obvious.
Asking
Let's
it,
not do
where's
that
Can I
Billiam?
this
do a
time.
check to see a possible
Yeah.
thieves guild member around?
Um,
Perception or investigate check?
again, that'd be hard because as you were told, Port of Olympia has a zero tolerance on crime, so they're not going to mark themselves in any way. Especially with right now, with the most recent protest you guys saw when you came in, there's an increased number of White Rose guards in this area.
Because
Okay.
do we know where all those people went? Are they just did they all get arrested or something? Or?
You can go back towards the area and check and see if you wish.
Kind of
I
double
would like
check
to
there,
do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys make your way back. It takes a little longer because you're not in a carriage and you're walking this time. But you make your way back, and what you see is they have dispersed. There's no more crowd. But you do see that there is an increased number of the guards in their uniforms. They have taken over the security line duties, and a glare from the guards is kind of keeping people away. You do see behind the security line there are a group of some of the protesters. They look a little roughed up as if they tried to fight the guards, but they have been, our hands are tied behind their back and they are sitting on the ground. They're almost waiting for a carriage or something to come pick them up. And you see kind of walking among them, crouching down, trying to talk to a few of them, is a woman. A tall, high elven woman, long, fire red hair that has been tied back, and she's wearing a completely white suit in the same style of the guard's armor, but it's a suit. She has a shoulder cape that has the gray rose symbol on it, and she holds herself in a very austere position of power. You have a feeling that this might be one of those inquisitors that was mentioned to you about the white rose. And she seems to be trying to interrogate some of the captives or prisoners. However, what you do see among those captured folks, you do not see O'Malley among them.
The Hector guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Hector O'Malley.
Hector, yeah.
Right.
The one that's like
The one
actually
who was
want to be good with.
who was leading the chant and was identified by Adam as one of the leaders of the Scrappers Union.
Mm-hmm.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I want to be his friend. Not necessarily this Inquisitors.
No.
This might be a thing that we just sit back and watch. Like we don't
I was
have
gonna
to
say,
really
just wanna watch
get our
and
fingerprints
not
on.
interact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could we listen though?
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
we're gonna learn, but we're
Do
just
we
gonna
have
be bystanders.
anything-
We're not gonna interact.
Do you have
So
anything that can
eavesdrop.
help us hear better, maybe?
Oh yeah.
there are ways that you can try and sneak closer to listen to, but you have to cross the security line. Unless
My
you have
magic
some way.
stone do.
Does Tim Tam listen?
Tim Tam, record.
Possibly.
I mean,
Let me look.
You guys have message tools as
We
Saber
can
Corp.
do messaging, yeah.
And
like
you can
we
give one
I was
to
gonna
Tim Tam.
say. Yeah.
My throat's a little sore right now, guys. I'm
Are
sorry.
you okay? Do you need some water?
I'm
It sounds like
pretty-
you might
you know,
need some water.
I
Sounds
think
very
it's
specific.
Yeah, the idea. Do we want to give Tim Tam a beeper?
Let's give him just an extra little listening speaker device thing, and he can just like reach up and push to talk.
Here,
But
Tim
it's
Tam.
not him talking; it's just him letting like us
Mhm.
hear who's ever near him.
Here, Tim Tam. Here's a
Mm.
microphone. Go pester people
You-
and
But that
interview
means
them on the
Tim
streets.
Tam has to be sneaky, and I don't know that he is. So let me. look.
Tim Tam, this is important.
Oh, see this creature's game statistics in the homunculus service. Okay, so I gotta look that up.
Homunculi time. Really fast while Josie's
Yeah,
looking
you
that
guys talk.
up. Does our break and like putting clothes away, putting all our effects, and then going out, does that count as a short rest? Did we take a nap or anything like that?
If you want to take a short rest, you can.
Hell yeah.
You could have the effects of a short rest.
Yeah. Like we haven't really done anything, but it just resets a few things. I can look for portals again.
Hmm.
Ooh.
I also want
help,
to check out statue. Sorry. To help.
To help Tim Tam like sneak a bit, I take off like a tentacle from my pendant and put it and stick it onto Tim Tam. And so if Tim has to make it fails his stealth check, he can add a D4 to try and pass it.
Ooh.
Oh, you're a
before
warlock of
we-
the amulet, right?
He's got a
Yeah.
Before
plus
he
2
goes,
to. Oh, sorry.
before he goes, I want to cast guidance on him. It's concentration up to 1 minute, so I'll hope. If
You'll
he
just
agrees.
sit there
We
and
are
concentrate
buffing up
on
Tim
it.
Tam.
Hell yeah, we are. Okay, so his perception is +0 plus PB. I don't know what PB stands for. Where is that on here?
My personal best.
Mhm.
Player base, I
Proficiency
guess?
bonus equals your bonus. So whatever my bonus is.
So Tim Tam rolls with your stats, basically.
No, it's a +2 plus whatever mine is. So
Arr.
he's better.
Better then.
apparently. So yeah, where's my stealth? Mine's a +1, so he gets a +3. He got an 8.
Okay.
So
Oh.
what was the things that you guys gave me, and what did they do?
So I can from mine you can add a D4 to that.
Okay, cool. 9, 10. And
There's
then
a gu-
what
also
was
there's
the
a guidance.
thing that
And then
And yeah, what's the
is
guidance?
another
Is
D4.
another +4 or
yeah.
D4?
Plus D4. Yep.
Okay, that's another 2, so 12.
Okay.
12 for stealth.
You
You're
give
supposed to be
Tim
better.
Tam your earpiece, and you send him off. And there's a spot, like a couple benches across the street where you can sit that are outside of a rough and tumble tavern. So you take a seat and you kind of watch as Tim Tam scampers across the road, looks both ways first, makes his
Good
way
man.
through. He waits for one of the security line guards to, stop looking, and then he dives between their feet like a rat. And he gets close. The guards seem to be unaware of him, so he's avoided the eyes of the guards. And
What about the Inquisitor?
That's a different story. He gets close to the group of the prisoners, and he has the earpiece going. He thinks he's hidden pretty well. And you hear the Inquisitor speak through the earpiece that he has clicked on. Tell me where Hector O'Malley ran off to. Your protests are putting a serious damper to the operations of the city. And the prisoner speaks up. I ain't telling you shit, lady. Hector ain't even my man. His sister's the one's going to bring change, and you hear a slight crack of a slap. Yes, the sister that was burned down the city before negotiating. You all are a bunch. She stops. And then she looks. Well, what have we here? And you watch as she bends down, she holds up Tim Tam. And she takes the earpiece from Tim Tam's hands.
Self-destruct.
And she-
Self-destruct.
Can he
Wait, you
self-destruct?
didn't do that?
I don't know. I'm looking.
Tim Tam taking one for the team.
Do we need to roll stealth now?
We really got to work on not panicking, team.
Nobody has ever said, luckily, I panicked. It does not say. It basically, I would just uninfuse it and he would go dead.
Okay. So
he
is that
cannot
what you wanted?
self-destruct.
Okay.
We need to get that
No.
messaging stone back. Don't kill it.
Yeah, exactly that. And also, we don't want anything of Saber Core's hinting at interfering with their shit. So he's just going to do something to kind of stab at her hand to make her or the person drop him,
Mhm.
so he could run off. But wait,
I
did he already remove
An
the
act of
stone?
aggression?
No, the Inquisitor plucked a stone from Tim Tam. Tim Tam's a tiny homunculus. This is a large person. Or this
He's
is a
gonna grab the
normal-sized person.
stone. He gonna grab the stone.
Yeah, you
What
grab
do I
Tim
do
Tam,
to-
pluck the earpiece. And then whoever's listening, you hear the voice of the Inquisitor. Well, 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 what have we here? Little spying rats. I do not know from which you watch, but know that if I find you, I'll personally flay you. We don't appreciate people listening in on our business. But I'll send you on your way with that warning. No, though, if I find out who you are, then it'll be a less than desirable outcome. You did not roll high enough perception to find you guys.
Nope.
Cool.
But she hands the earpiece back to Tim Tam and just kind of chucks him on the ground, and Tim Tam scampers away.
Not directly towards us, though.
No, she just dumps him on the ground. And then Tim Tam just
The
scurries
camera
away.
pans to us and we're just silhouetting.
We're
Tim
just
Tam
like, oh.
has enough intelligence to know not to directly run back to you guys.
Well, that Street Sounds audio recording has been ruined on that front.
Well, it's okay, Tim Tam. We'll teach you how to be a little more stealth.
And at this point, eventually Tim Tam returns to you under the movement of when a theocrat carriage rolls up and the prisoners are loaded into it. The Inquisitor kind of hangs off the back of it, and she gives like one more scan of the street, seemingly looking for whoever tried to listen in. Sees no one that's out of the ordinary that she determines to be a problem.
Thank God.
Oh, good. We blend in.
Yeah,
We
definitely
do
not.
not.
And then she kind of taps the back of the carriage, and it sets off. The security guards are marching in step behind it, and they leave the protest area.
We're not very good spies.
About how many people
No,
were
we're not.
taken and arrested?
About 7.
About 7? Okay.
It's a good thing we're not paid to be spies.
Yeah.
We would not be doing a good job ever.
No. Never once have we been good at this. Where do
Well,
we want to go to like try to just learn stuff?
I would like to go investigate that statue of Charles at some point as well. And in reply to your question, I think maybe a pub in more of the worker area.
As if to answer your question, you look in the door of the building you're sitting in front of opens and some drunk gets thrown out. Don't come back until you clean up and bring the money to pay your tab. God damn it! And the drunk stands up, points at the pub you're sitting outside, and leaves.
Hey,
maybe there?
think any protesters are in there?
Probably.
Maybe we can go
Probably.
sit down and have a few talks.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know where that came from. Yeah, let's go. Let's go have some drinks and get some info from the working folk.
Yeah.
So you enter this pub, and what you look at, the sign is that of a Blue Crab. So the pub is called the Blue Crab. And you walk in, and it's one of those moments where, it was raucous behavior, there's music and sound going on, and then you walk in and it cuts, and everyone's staring at you. You are clean dressed, normal looking folks. Everyone here is a worker who has, clothes that have been well worn, dirt under the nails, face, neck, kind of a thing. And they all just kind of look at you. And then the bartender speaks up. You can have a seat at the bar over here and I'll come serve you soon. And then everyone goes back to their business.
Alright, we go sit at the bar.
Should we maybe have rolled around in the dirt first?
No,
Okay.
it's okay.
I
We
was
have roll-
saying we should have gone shopping. I was gonna look for like overalls or something.
Well, you
Still
wanted
cleaned
information.
up with new
Yeah.
clothes.
Yeah, let's go to the bar. Do we want to buy everybody drinks? Is that flashing too much money?
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yes.
Okay, so
They just
we want
had a
to,
riot.
let's go to the bar. Let's get our team a drink around.
Mhm.
Do we want to talk with the bartender first, or do we want to look around and see like maybe there's somebody that we can buddy up with? Like, hey, sorry, we just got on planet. We're new here. Trying to find out some information. I hear there's a union for scavengers and stuff. Like,
Let's start
who
with the
can we
bartender,
talk with?
maybe.
Okay, yeah, let's
Yeah,
go
the
do that at the
bartender.
bartender then.
Yeah.
I mostly
Since we're
just
going to be
wanna
at the
sit
bar,
and
let's
listen.
start there.
I mean, we don't. We can be honest about this. Like, we're just new on planet. We're just trying to learn what's going on around us. To like get our footing and make sure that everything's good. And yeah, we don't have to be super flashy about it, but
Exactly.
yeah,
It's gonna go so great, what guys?
maybe yeah.
So you all sit around the
What's the usual?
the bar in the bar corner where the bartender indicated, and the bartender's half orc. He steps forward. All right, what can I get you?
What's the usual around here? And whatever
Beer.
it is, yeah,
I'll take a beer.
round of that for us.
Except Israel.
I want water,
Right.
please.
And then
Yeah.
water.
He pulls out 5 mugs. He fills 4 of them from a keg hanging in the back, and then he takes a pitcher of water and pours it into the floor and hands it out. That'd be 6 silver altogether.
Pay the guy.
Yeah.
I don't.
You
How
know,
many silver and a gold?
Trying to see.
10,
if I have-
10 silver and a gold.
Do we have silver? Do I have to give him a gold?
Is it,
And
could we just give
Hey,
2
how
gold
much-
and say,
how
can
much
we
was it?
open a
Let's just give
tab?
him a gold, 1 gold piece.
Or
Yeah.
a gold and say, can we open a tab?
he sees your gold and he snatches it. He looks at it and he bites it to check it. He cocks an eyebrow. What's the name of the tab?
We need a team name, guys.
Oh.
Let's
Uh,
call it just Zyler's
Ipsen.
tab for now. And we'll
Yeah,
talk
put it under
about a
my
team
name.
name while we're here.
Wonderful. Yeah, you know what? We don't need a team name. Put it under my name, Zyler. Sorry,
Alright.
we're new on planet. We're just trying to figure everything
Stop
out.
telling people we're new. I know we talked about being honest, but also I just remembered that they said that they're not nice to outsiders. So if we're saying we're new, we're really putting ourselves up to fail here.
Well, we're not, because we're a part of, like, we're working.
I don't think
We belong
they
here
like. I don't think they like the people.
It's
that
not
work
our
for
fault.
Corp.
But it's not our fault.
No,
We're
but-
just here to make money just like they are for their jobs.
We're just here to give them
Still.
money for beer.
So, as you can see, we've heard that there's a union, and we'd like to get some more information and maybe clarify some things. Is there anybody that knows more about not necessarily their leadership, but their motivation, their goals that we could talk with to find out any of that?
You
Is
say
there a
you're
pamphlet
off-world,
for
or
just relocated?
where are you from?
I'll be honest. I'll say like we're from the Saber Corp asteroids that we were scavenging out there.
We're scavengers.
Yeah,
I mean,
like with no real home, but this is where our base was. Take a drink and a little bit of a heart to heart.
The beer is bad.
I'm not going to show
Bad.
anything. This is
How's
this
the
is
water?
this is just drinking. Yeah.
Lukewarm.
Yeah. lukewarm
Oh.
water.
I'm gonna do a con save. Teo takes a step and visibly grimaces.
Oh no.
Good beer. Good beer.
So
Elodie just pipes up and I can't remember the name of the Fire Genasi's homeworld is, but she just says that.
So you're joined up with Saber, huh? Bunch of scavengers in the lake.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we do.
It wasn't my first choice.
What was
And
your
how
first
did you
choice?
hear about this supposed union?
Well, first
We
we walked
passed
by
by
the
a
protest,
protest.
Yeah.
You guys are chanting.
and I want to know more.
How long ago did you pass by that protest?
Long enough that it
Just-
wasn't there after we came back to learn more.
Yeah.
All right. Because you say you're being honest, so that I'm going to be honest. You say you're here working for Saber. You pass by a protest. You're from off-world, and your clothes are clean. You don't look like you've worked hard.
I mean, we just showered, so
Yeah.
Then why are you in this pub? This pub's
because
for
we came to
workers.
learn what we came to learn more. And we
We're
are
gonna be
workers.
living
We're
here for a
just
while.
we're just off at the moment.
Just because
We
we've
have been
refreshed.
surrounded by rich people for the past few days, and we need to be around regular people. Because the vibes have been weird.
I
Surrounded
think
by
it's
rich
really
people.
uncomfortable.
Take a big drink after that with a big nod, like, yeah, weird vibes.
Quite frankly, I feel like you're judging us for our appearance when we haven't judged you.
He stands up straight and then he kind of looks at you from over his nose. I hope you understand the current situation. You
We
passed by
don't
that
because
protest.
We really
don't.
don't. That's why we're
that's
asking.
why we're here.
I don't appreciate the tone you're taking.
Why don't appreciate the way you're treating us? Like we're trying to find out because.
And I'm trying
that
to
sounds
explain
like-
the situation to you.
Sir, there's no reason to raise your voice. I have not raised mine, and none of us have.
All right.
The
I'm gonna put another
patrons
gold
around you
down.
kind of silenced.
I'm gonna put another gold down on the bar, and I'm gonna say I think we've got all the answers that we can here. Walk on out and look for a different pub. We have now established like we are going to be stonewalled here, so
Yeah.
we'll pay for that. Whatever this covers for the rest of the pub, and hopefully next time you'll be a bit more open to honest questions when all we want to learn are honest answers and walk out.
I'll give you an honest answer right now. You walked in here when there was Inquisitors out there already. How do we know you're not a member of them?
You
I'm pretty
never
sure the
asked.
Inquisitors don't
Right.
hide who they are, right?
I would like to point out that like the Inquisitors have beautiful gowns and all that. We're dressed up in basic scavenger clothes that are just more clean because they've been cleaned. We're still wearing workers' clothes compared
How
to
do
what
you
they're
think Inquisitors learn about these protests?
probably by asking you questions. But I came here with an honest, open face, willing to buy a drink and enjoy it. And you've decided that none of that will happen. Hey team, let's go. Let's just leave. Fuck the blue crab.
And you walk out of the pub.
Yeah.
I vote we just
These are-
listen to other people talk next.
So this was the copper ring.
Yeah,
Okay,
this is the industrial ring.
the industrial ring. All right. Do we want to go somewhere else? Do we want to go up a ring, where we will not be such sore thumbs to get any information about this town?
Well, yeah, because I was kind of thinking that too.
What's,
At least we didn't leave with a bounty on our heads, so it's better than last time we went hunting for information.
Let them
Very
try.
true. It is an improvement.
As you guys are walking, Persephone, someone bumps into you as you're walking away. What's your passive perception?
What am I looking at for that?
It'll
It's
be under
in
senses
passive.
on the left
It's,
side.
11.
All right.
hey, mine's
The per-
12. Do I notice that she gets bumped?
I mean, it's pretty clear to everyone that she gets bumped, but the person bumps you and stumbles back and goes, "My bad. Carry on. Wasn't paying attention." You guys recognize it as the drunk who was thrown out of the blue crab, and the drunk continues walking away.
Let's go talk to him.
We could follow him, yeah.
Is there
I
a
mean,
way to
like,
check
first
and
I
see if
was-
he stole anything off of me?
insight?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
check
I'm
your
Wait,
having
insight
vibes.
check him?
Oh my God,
I'm
everyone
having
talked at once.
flashbacks.
Wait,
Persephone, make a investigation check.
Five. Of course.
You check around. Your coin purse is still there. Your weapon, any weapons you had were still there. You know, everything seems to be normal. But then you actually find that a note has been given to you. You've been
Oh.
reverse pickpocketed.
Oh. Well, I pull out the note and am very confused. I think he just handed me something, guys.
Open it up. Say. Don't read it out loud.
Pass it around.
Okay, I'm
note.
looking at the note.
The note simply reads, "Skewer Stall, Commissary Marketplace."
Make some big eyes, and I just nod and I pass it on.
Go there.
Yeah.
Guess we're
I
going
think we've got a
back.
new place to go.
You guys want to roll around the road a little bit to dirty up our clothes?
No, I'm gonna get
Make-
that
we can
dirt and
make-
grime as it's supposed to. It comes
We can
on
make
with
dirt
time.
angels. Are you sure? The dirt angels sound really fun.
I enjoy being able to be showered. Just because I'm not dirty doesn't mean I'm not a low life. Come on now.
Does anyone actually whirl around the dirt?
No.
No.
I mean, I don't.
I'll say a lot of the grime
It's
on these
good for
roads is
your
industrial
immune system.
runoff.
Ah.
My
Oh,
clothing
yeah,
right ahead.
Absolutely
is
not.
Go right ahead.
something that I didn't mention before, but really my clothing, I've always pictured it as more like grease stained because she's the engineer kind of a thing.
Mhm.
So she's maybe the least nicely clothed as everybody else. Sure, my clothing is clean, but it does have like stains.
That's why I'm
on
just
it
like, oh
from-
yeah, this is worn in. These are clothes that obviously fit and have been fitted. These are uniforms. They're just clean. Sorry,
But
it's
they're-
been recent,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
I think Teo tries to like dress down his clothes, like he like takes his jacket off and ties it around his waist.
There you go.
Things like that, like kind of like he cuffs up his pants, looks like he's trying to keep dirt off his pants. So
But yeah, so you guys, wander around, ask the right questions, and you find your way to the commissary marketplace. It is a large open air market, kind of set in and around an abandoned warehouse. You can see at one point the faded letters on the warehouse actually reads commissary marketplace, and then there was once a logo of the Tricordia, but it has long been ripped off, and you can kind of see just the faint dirt and grime outline of where it once was. There's a lot of food stalls and stands on the outside of this warehouse, and if you look in, you can kind of see it's more like market stalls proper. It's busy. There's a lot of people here. And as you look around, you do find just on the inside door of this warehouse, this marketplace, there is a food stall selling meat skewers.
All right, let's go over there.
You make your way over to the skewer stall, and you notice the drunk kind of peels himself off the wall as you guys walk in, and he kind of wanders up as if he was already a part of your group. He blends in naturally a little too easily, and he goes, "Buy me a skewer. I'll tell you what you want to know."
Teo put down a gold coin on the counter and buys a round of meat skewers to everybody.
Skewers are like 5 copper apiece.
Oh, well, tip.
The stall owner kind of
Buy
takes
2
it.
skewers. Just
Skewers
buy
each.
2.
2
Get
skewers
$12.
each. He looks at you. He
Yeah.
quickly snatches the gold and he gives you the skewers. But he kind of like gives you a weird look as you're. But he doesn't say anything as he hands out the meat, and the meat is
So bad with money.
it's rat,
Yeah.
it's fish. It's basically whatever the stall owner can get their hands on to fry. But there are some tables, and the drunk kind of gratefully accepts the skewers and goes to sit at a table and waiting for you guys to sit.
Oh, okay. I'll follow him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, let's go sit.
The drunk pulls back the hood of his cloak, and he has like greasy, matted down hair, a very large, bushy, unkept beard. He has years of grime and dust and dirt around the creases of his face and fingernails and hands. And he tears into one of the skewers, and then he looks at all of you. Saw you entered the Blue Crab.
Yeah, not very friendly.
Well, you can't blame them much. A few of their organizers just got taken.
The
And-
Blue Crabs organizers or the.
The Scrappers Union. Now, they won't tell you because you probably didn't ask the right questions or you don't fit the vibe because they're very, very paranoid. But But the Blue Crab is the headquarters, unofficially, of course, of the Scrappers Union.
So we just walked into their headquarters and was like, "Hey, what's up? What's up? Everybody's business."
Please tell
Okay.
us about yourself and what you're fighting for. Wow, that's a terrible
We're
way
very
to
how
gain
you
more
do,
people.
fellow kids.
So I hope you understand their position. The protest got knocked over by some of the white rose theocrats, and their leader barely escaped. He waves his hand dismissively.
I understand they're sabotaging themselves. They're losing help that would be beneficial to them. And they can learn that a little later.
So,
We wanna
anyways,
learn
why
more
have
about
you
the
asked
city
us
as
to
well.
meet you here?
Yeah.
Because you're talking to the wrong people. See, the Blue Crab. See, the Scrappers Union is kind of split between two factions now. The Blue Crab is the main headquarters of the faction, led by Hector O'Malley. He's a leader, I'll give him that. Soft-spoken, kind, but he's not decisive. You said you saw that protest.
We
You
did.
saw how effective that was.
We only caught a glimpse of it. That's why we were curious about what the whole thing was.
He organized a walkout of all the refineries to demand better pay. And that was the result of that. It was cordoned off, kept neat and proper and out of the vision of those who could make a difference. And then when they were done with it, the White Rose rolled in, snagged those who fought back, and took them to be interrogated for whatever information they could pump. That has been the story the entire time.
And where would they have taken them? Where is this?
To the cathedral,
The cathedral.
in the
Thank you.
Gold Ring.
So you're not
But,
with Hector then?
No, I'm not with his sister either. The other faction, Sarai. I'm kind of a middleman who's trying to, ensure that this union doesn't fall apart. But
Oh,
if
looks
I
like
had to
you've got
pick,
your work cut out for you.
if I had to pick a side, I'd pick Sarai's.
Why?
The past month alone, she's already hit 3 Tricordia refineries, damaged them, caused them enough of an income loss that unfortunately those workers were then, arrested and fired. But better security for those machines and those jobs have been implemented. Granted, her methods cause more friction among the Tricordia and the Scrappers Union, but they get results.
She hasn't been arrested yet, right?
She's currently in hiding.
Okay.
Can I insight this guy to see if he's like being honest with us?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
3,
That is a 19.
15.
Oh, he's sketchy as fuck.
Mm.
He definitely has the feel of a drifter, a drunk, who's kind of wandering between things, but at the same time, he's that man who people overlook, who collects that information. And he seems to have some kind of stake in the Scrappers Union that go beyond the two leaders. But
So
he
what are
won't.
you gaining by talking to us here?
You're off-worlders, so I figured you could be hired. Most of the mercenary and adventure outfits here don't want to get involved with the politics of the city. They'd rather go out and make their money elsewhere, which I can't blame them. Got to get your money somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But you work for Saber Corp, I can tell that much. But most of the Saber Corp teams here are given kind of a freedom to operate. And I was hoping that freedom to operate would extend to you being interested in this. Folks like you don't just walk into the Blue Crab asking about union answers.
No, we do. And we did.
I was talking folks
Why-
in general, not you specifically.
Were you really kicked out of the Blue Crab for not paying your tab, or was it something else?
I mean, he has just asked us to buy his food.
I was kicked out because I didn't pay my tab.
Uh-huh.
And I was trying to drum up support for Sarai, but of course those are Hector supporters, so
Well, they're kind of mean, so.
they're incredibly paranoid.
You've said that the Blue Crab is more the headquarters for Hector's. Is there not necessarily a headquarters, but a meeting or a gathering place that we could maybe go or know about if we were to be interested in learning more with Sarai's side?
He smiles, and you can see his yellow teeth, and he sticks the other skewer in his mouth and takes a bite. And then he swallows and he looks around. You're not the most perceptive bunch, ain't you?
I just want him to say it.
He doesn't say it. But, but you get a feeling, if you were to look around, that there more of the thuggish-looking workers have sat in the tables around you, also eating skewers, but they're all very clearly watching.
Oh.
You said that out loud?
Yeah.
As she looks around.
Heavy sigh. How much is your bar tab?
We're not gonna be.
Call my bar tab 2 gold, and we'll be not have to worry about it.
How much is your bar tab?
We'll call it 2 gold.
You can call it what it is. How much is your bar tab? I will pay for that. And you can tell them what you told us. You can tell them what you didn't tell us.
Oh, I never was kicked out for not paying a bar tab. But I did give you a lot of information. So it's 2 gold.
All right. 2 gold. I'd like to go check out the statue.
Yeah, he snatches
What?
the gold quickly, and then he leaves. Have fun. And then he scampers away into the shadows of the copper ring.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of information about these guys unless we're joining Foreshore. And honestly, their like little apprehension is, do we want to go be religious people?
No.
No.
I say is we have 2 religious people in our group.
I kind of like look around to to our little group and go like, we're not bit by. We're probably gonna get attacked soon in a second, aren't we?
Yeah, be on guard.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How angry do they look?
How close are we to the water?
So the commissary marketplace is actually, it's set on one of the docks overlooking the bay.
Hi, let's go.
Do these thugs look angry?
No, but they definitely look suspicious as they are eyeballing you because
we stand
you're
out.
off-worlders to them. You stand out,
Okay.
and you were talking to, one of the other folks, and you came out of to them.
We're asking too many
You're-
questions.
Yeah.
To them, I'm saying, hey,
yeah.
send me a fucking recruiter. I'd like to know. And they're saying, why do you want to be recruited to our thing?
Because we're off-worlders and we just showed up on the world and suddenly was interested in their business when
Listen,
most off-worlders
Zyler's
are
hero
not.
complex isn't going to allow that to sink in. He's there to help anybody he wants to help, and they're turning him down.
And it's just a
Gives me a little wild
personal
card.
affront to him.
It is becoming personal. If they don't want help, he will take that no and leave.
Taylor,
I'm sorry you want to overthrow the company. It's not going to happen without our help.
Taylor looks around for the beefiest dude at one of the tables, takes a big bite of his skewer, and then winks.
No. And then
If we're good,
the man looks at you.
Might as well be
walk up
wild
and
card.
starts to walk out.
The man looks at you, Teo, and he gives you like the up and down eye, and then he winks back.
Oh
So,
my god.
I've already died once today. I really don't want us to do that again, guys. It wasn't fun.
You don't have
Oh
phone
my
numbers in
God.
this universe. I'm like, damn.
No, that's the best way to get in.
You can take him home when we have a place out here.
Sure, we haven't rented a place out here yet.
Yeah.
You wanted to go look at the statues, Eiler?
I'd like to investigate the statue. I want now that we've also seen Charles like up close and personal. I'd like to.
See how good of a likeness it is.
Yeah. If we're gonna be treated like off-worlders, let's go do the off-worlder thing. Let's
So you're
go
talking about the
eat
statue in the
tourists.
silver ring?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you all stand to leave the marketplace. The thugs don't make a move to stop you. They are still watching you. And as you go to leave the door, a very large one kind of steps in the way, arms crossed, and looks at you. But he doesn't stop you if you try to push your way past him. He just kind of glances at you. And then he walks into the commissary and joins his companions.
Toodaloo.
I would like to do
Hi.
a smile based off of name. God damn it,
Nigel.
Nigel smile, but make it a like more friendly. Not so much of a I'm going to kill you, but like I can kill you, but I don't want to.
Make an intimidation check.
Intimidation.
Guidance.
With guidance. +2. That is a 13 plus 2 is 15, and then a d4. Get it actually into the dice tower. 18.
18.
You want to be tough. I recognize it. I'm not going to be tough against you, but I can.
Yeah, he resists the intimidation attack, and he makes no notice of your smile. no reaction.
No.
All right, that's fine.
To the guy at wing deck, I leave a note saying, if we've convinced you enough to talk to us, meet us at the statue at sundown.
You write it on the napkin, and you kind of just pass it along.
Yeah.
You make your way out of the copper ring back into the silver ring. The White Rose guards pay you no mind. And now you're in the silver ring proper, which is a lot better smelling than copper ring. There's no industrial smog or runoff.
I think Taylor's still eating the meat skewer and is like, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, the rats.
Can I have a bite? I'll have a bite. If it's
Does it look
Yeah,
like
I
rat meat?
got
Mm,
I got everybody too.
I'll take my kebabs. Thank you.
Does look good.
Tastes as good as the beer tasted.
This is a damn good rat burger.
Honestly, I've had worse.
I've had worse rats before.
You make your way to the Square of Solidarity. There's a few small shops here, a couple more cafes, but the main thing is it's a small park, and in the middle of that park is that statue, Tricorn.
Wonderful. I want to contemplate it.
So as you approach it, the plaque on it reads, Tricordia, who brought civilization to the wilderness and put money in our pockets.
While I'm contemplating, I would like to do my portal detection. Yeah, detect portal again. Just kind of, now that I've been there, recognized, it reminds me, oh yeah, I did this while he was talking because he made me think about that, and the statue again. So I'm going to do that, see if we're a little closer, a little further away, maybe start a triangulation bit of it.
It is still outside the mile radius. So you just get a basic tug, but it's fainter than when you were in the Saber Core HQ.
Okay. So that gives me
way fainter.
Yeah, it tells me like a second point of triangulation, so I can start to build off that. Cool.
So we're further away.
I'll need to spend a bit more in the platinum at some point.
Are there any like of the White Rose theocrats around us right now?
A few of them, just kind of patrolling like street cops, keeping the peace.
Okay. I don't see when there's like far enough away. I kind of want to hold my amulet and try and get some guidance for my patron. Because I'm like,
what are you going to ask your patron?
What do you think we should do?
The amulet gets wet and cold, so now there's a wet stain
Cool.
on your shirt.
Ugh.
And the voice seeps out of it into your mind.
Mhm.
I don't know why you're asking me about what you should do with the politics of the city that I do not care about. Have you destroyed the artifacts?
So helpful.
So helpful.
That's I say that in my mind, and like as I notice what's staying in my shirt, I'm like, wow, the skewers are really juicy. I say it out loud to like avoid detection.
I can feel the artifact's presence in this city. That's what I care about, Teo. Destroy them. And with that, the voice goes away and the water goes back into the amulet. Still staining your shirt, though.
Okay. Oh,
Hey, Teo, you might. They really did capture the likeness of the hair. Are these the same gemstones?
I
Oh,
think
sorry,
so. Yeah.
sorry.
Did I do a check to see if they are
Sorry
the
if
same
that was, I was
gemstones?
just
Oh,
like trying to like bring
so
you
yeah,
back out of
as-
the snap.
Yeah.
As you're looking at it, the plaque also says the names of the founders of the city.
Oh yeah.
There's the one you already know, Charles Whitaker, comma, Saber Corp. And then there's a very tall woman carved as if she has an alien beauty. You could identify her as a half of a high, oh my god, a high elf. And you see that below that is Lady Aurelia Barnes, comma, Wizen Pharmaceuticals. Put a name in the chat. And then the next one, it's a weird one. It's simply called the Gear Lord, Bionic Industries, and then when you look, you see a figure who is cloaked, and you can definitely see that they are not all human. They might be part machine, but it's hard to tell through the carving of the cloak. He simply just has a hand out holding up a halberd.
So it's a statue of him, but it has like the names of all three of them.
Yes.
They
There's a statue of all three of them.
Oh, okay. I was gonna ask if there were statues of the other two like around.
Yeah, they're all like in this statue together, like back to back, holding like a industrialist pose, as if, you know, hey, we founded the city. You know, we're the ones who brought civilization to this planet. Was uncivil, so on and so forth. You know, capitalist things.
A real Atlas Shrugged type bullshit thing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. Is there any like pubs nearby in the silver line?
There's some cafes, some restaurants, and there are bars too. This is where a lot of the workers live, so it might not be as boisterous and grimy as the copper ring pubs, but they're still, like, you know, not the highest quality of clientele or service.
Okay.
There's a
I more
cafe
just
in
wanna
this
go
square,
in.
though.
A cafe.
Yeah, cafe.
Okay. I want to do like some just eavesdropping and people watching kind of a thing. You guys are welcome to join me, but it is really more just about like listening to who's around us and just see if we can pick anything up.
Yeah, go. Anyone who wants to eavesdrop, go ahead and make a perception check.
I rolled a 8.
I rolled a 4.
The perception plus
This is why we don't do this.
5.
This is why
20.
we don't do this.
Oh my gosh, my rolls today are the worst.
Although I have proficiency. Sorry. You go
All
on.
right, so I heard someone rolled a 20.
No, 16 plus 4, so 20 total.
Okay. Everyone but Ezreal kind of hears just your typical gossip, rumors, and slanders. Like, oh my gosh, she did that with him and there, stuff like that.
And they were roommates.
We
No
don't
way.
care about.
They were roommates. Ezreal, though, you do pick up on a bit of a rumor or a bit of a conversation as you're kind of walking around. You hear someone speak. Goldring. Yes. Hold on, I'm trying to find the thing. Cathedral. We break them out at midnight. I have a man on the inside. And then the two people walk away from each other.
Okay. Well, I want to take a good look at the two persons, just so I can recognize them if I see them again.
This I'm going to have you do another perception check. But
Okay.
how obvious do you want to be in trying to clock them?
I just want to conveniently walk the same direction, but not particularly interested. Not as if I'm listening in on them. Just I'm a person that's also here.
All right, they give you a perception at disadvantage because you're trying to be sneaky about identifying them.
Okay. 11.
You're able to get the features of one of them. They are tall, muscle-bound. They definitely wore a cloak, but you see that they are covered in fur. You identify them as a furbolg.
Okay.
They are wearing clothes, normal clothes of the people, but you notice that they have a wristband, an armband that was made out of wood. And another armband is made out of wood, and they seem to be carved in some kind of ancient symbols. And as you walk by, you kind of get a whiff of wildflowers, and then it quickly dissipates as they walk away.
Okay. I will head back to the rest of the group and tell them.
You guys are still trying to pull the threads together of this scandalous rumor you heard about someone's wife cheating on someone else's wife with their husband of a third party altogether. And apparently they were swingers and roommates, and it's messy. It's hard to put the whole story together, but it's messy.
She just needs to leave him at this point.
Talking about this.
I hope they get therapy.
Honestly, it's just a toxic relationship, and they just need to be away from each other entirely.
I hope
Yeah,
the
I
victims
agree.
get therapy. This is horrible. I can't imagine.
And there were kids involved?
God, don't talk about the children. Oh my
We
gosh.
cannot talk about the children about this, but we have
guys,
to. Oh, what's up?
It's just so sad.
Oh well.
Oh, hang on. What's
Well,
up?
there.
Yes.
What's this about? Okay, never mind. I overheard these two. Guys, I think they're guys. I heard these two people talking about something going on in the cathedral at midnight. Something about
Ooh.
breaking someone out.
Ooh.
Might be.
Oh.
Do you think it's a?
Do you think it could be the
Will
sister?
they just
Yeah, what
arrest it?
time?
I
Midnight.
said midnight.
Oh, what time is it now?
Oh, it's
I don't know.
afternoon.
Cool. We have time to plan.
We have hours.
Mhm.
They had these wooden bracelets with symbols on them. It might mean something. I don't know. Maybe ask around a bit. Maybe someone knows.
Can I do a
something
history
about
check to see if that sounds familiar to me as a good jeweler?
Yeah, do a history check.
Okay. Let's see where it is. Okay, +2. 12.
wood's not your medium. You
Yeah.
don't really hear much people wearing words. Wooden jewelry, wooden gear. It's a weird material to make things out of, honestly. Like, when there's fine metals and gems, why would you make something out of wood?
The second you get any amount of decent wood on it, the oils reap off and it gets splinter and get mold. And he's just going on a rant about this to you all unless you stop him.
Teo,
Organic versus mineral. We get it.
we're not gonna wear any wood, I promise.
Elodine's just
Good.
like, no, I agree 100%. You cannot infuse wood with any magic.
Well, that's not true. There's druids, right?
Okay,
I
we're
mean-
going on a tangent, guys.
And
Back
then they went on a
to-
girls' trip to some other
okay.
state, and then oh my god,
Tyler,
they
we'll
went
discuss
to a
this later.
strip-
We gotta
Oh,
talk about the breakout thing. This
Ye-
thingy at
Do we want to
midnight.
talk about that here?
We should probably
No.
leave
In
the cafe.
public?
No, let's leave, but we need to discuss this and make a plan.
We do.
Let's just go back to our apartment to discuss it.
Yeah.
What do we
Like our
want to
chateau.
do with this information?
On our way back to the apartment, I want to fill Ezreal in on all of the gossip that we picked up.
That's nice.
Yeah.
The couple you were getting the gossip from as you're like sitting outside the cafe, as you walk away, one of them stands up, takes their drink and splashes it in the face of the other and storms off.
And that's where we leave this episode. That is amazing, guys. We have to keep up with this gossip. This is
We're
I
gonna
am
have to come
hooked.
back tomorrow.
yeah. We need to
I
come back to
called
this. We need to come
What do
back
you
to
think
this
they
cafe
said?
tomorrow.
We missed
You were
it.
right. Oh my gosh.
But you guys are returning to your chateau.
Chateau.
Chateau. The platinum ring. Fancy rich. You return and Kevin is standing there. Greetings, individuals who live here.
Hey,
I
I
Gerald.
suppose you had a great outing.
Awesome.
Did you forget our
Yeah.
second
Better-
one?
Less than we
Couple.
wanted.
It is not efficient for me to speak all 5 of your names every time I greet the group of you upon your return.
No.
Okay, Gerald.
Yes,
You can refer
I was
to
gonna
us
call
as
him
gang as a
Devin.
collective.
I will now refer to you as a gang. Also,
Gang.
Gerald is
In
now
the
my new
collective.
moniker.
In the
A
collective.
gang? You mean
Gang
the
in the
gang?
collective.
The gang.
I'll now refer to the 5 of you as the gang in the collective.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes, now Gerald.
Thank you, Gerald.
Thank you, Gerald.
Thank you, Gerald.
Tune in the
Gerald,
collective.
scan for recording devices.
Of course. And he will walk around the chateau for the next couple of minutes and he comes back. There are no recording devices besides 5.
Gerald, disable recording
Besides
devices.
5?
He walks up to one of you guys and pulls your earpiece out. And
Yeah.
Oh!
The 5 of us.
Okay, Gerald, we can turn off our own. It's okay.
Usually,
I will put in a work order to have this one replaced, and he drops the crumbled pieces of the earpiece.
So who's missing their earpiece now?
I just
Tim
read
Tam.
that one.
Tim Tam.
First.
Fine,
Tim
I just
Tam.
take the one that we gave to Tim Tam and give it to whomever.
I got a new earpiece.
Eat, and turn off.
Are you requesting me to shut myself down?
No, I'm turning off my earpiece.
Oh.
Excellent.
It's our own ear listening devices. It's
Yeah.
fine.
What if they're recording us?
Through our phones?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Okay.
We became super
We
paranoid now. I'm sorry.
We're so
We
paranoid.
become the people we got mad at earlier.
Yes.
Can't be.
But we're not
They-
deflecting it outwards.
They,
We're just
they
making
were mean
sure.
to us, so I think we're allowed to be a little paranoid.
Yeah.
So,
What does
do we help
the
with the
gang in
breakout? Do we walk with that?
Do we want to be like, do we want to make the unions like thing our thing? Or do we just want to let them have their thing and then we just like wait for someone to approach us for a job?
I mean, we could check.
don't
I
Not
did ask
both.
one of them to meet at sundown if we want to get more info out from there.
Oh, that's true. Do we need to go back to the statue at sundown?
By sundown, it's still
I can
afternoon.
go by
We have a
myself.
full dinner time.
Okay,
We're
so
good on
I
that.
don't think so, Teo. You cannot
So-
just go by yourself.
Yeah, we do not.
So we go at sundown, we go back to our chateau, and then again head back at midnight. Is that
That
the
is
plan?
the plan.
Well,
That
to
is
the
plan.
cathedral.
If we decide to help out with the, or even if we just want to watch a jailbreak. Do we want to watch a
I kinda
jailbreak?
want-
Fun.
We
Entertainment.
could just watch.
I'm
We
just
can ride
curious.
like whatever intel we get from whoever shows up to the statue later.
I want to
Yeah,
know who is in the cathedral. Like, I want to know.
Yeah.
I'm invested now.
Okay. Should we
Alright.
go back to the statue?
Wait.
At sundown.
Wait. Can I ask, Kevin, Devin, or Gerald?
Gerald.
The robot. Gerald.
Mhm.
Okay. If he knows anything about, like, the wooden bracelets.
He stops for a moment. The wooden bracelets with the ancient symbols that you have described are typical of the local druids.
They don't live in the city, or
No,
do they?
they do not. They are known as the Buell. My records indicate that the Buell have a constant fight against the Tricordia, and specifically the White Rose Theocrats, as they, from my understanding and knowledge that I have from multiple sources, lived on this planet long before the port of Olympia.
Oh, so they're like separate from the Union people. This
They're
is their own
indigenous.
thing. This is different.
These seem like our kind of people.
This is
Yeah.
something I'd
Yes.
rather help with than the Union. But then again, the druids aren't going to necessarily just accept us. I mean, if we jump in on their breakout and saving whomever is in the cathedral, they're probably going to assume we're not on their side.
The Buell do have an extreme history of ultra-violence against those who come from the port of Olympia.
Kevin, don't tell anybody about what we talk about here, okay?
Who is Kevin? I am Gerald.
Gerald, do not talk about anything we talk about here, okay?
Are you sure?
Unless
Taylor
with
said-
us. Unless it's us, not with anyone else.
Directive
Tails at the
understood.
whiteboard and just like,
Only
writes down the
speak to the
current
gang
name
in
of
the
the robot.
collective. Directive understood. Only speak to the current gang in the collective. Are you sure?
Yes.
Confirm.
Confirmed.
I don't like the way you worded that.
Directive confirmed. I will only speak to the gang in the collective now.
Oh, so not to us.
Yeah, we don't
oh,
get
no.
individuals now. This we all have to deal with Kevin together. Kevin, Devin,
Okay.
Gerald.
Gerald.
Whatever we call him next.
Gerald, can you make us
Samantha.
some dinner?
Yes, what would you like for dinner?
But do we have what are the options?
Yeah, what are we craving after the rat skewers?
Something light? Because that was pretty heavy, I think.
Yeah, maybe like a just like a good
Probably better
nice
than
salad or
whatever
something.
rations we have for on the ship.
What kind of salad does the gang in the collective wish to consume for dinner?
Do you have any options, Gerald?
I have a multitude of options, but it would be inefficient for me to list all the options out. I am a robot with a very large database capable of doing many things.
So too many options.
Can you give us
Yes.
like 3 options, Gerald?
3 randomized
Caesar.
options.
Cobb. Chef.
All right,
Just
well I'll take a
salads.
chef salad.
I'll take a Caesar salad.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
I'll take a Cobb salad.
Caesar salad. I wasn't expecting all of us to give our orders.
This is how we deal with our robot. We get the basics and then we give it a task.
What would you
Yes.
like as?
What salad would you like?
I'll take the chef salad, I suppose.
Chef salad? All right.
2 chefs, 2 Caesars, and a Cobb, Gerald.
I will go and prepare the meal now. What would Master Tim Tam want?
Oh, he doesn't eat. But thank you.
That is weird because he communicated to me that he enjoys eating. Oh well, and he walks away to the
wait.
kitchen.
What?
Excuse me. Tim Tam, what salad would you like? Tim Tam, what salad would you like?
MJ?
Tim Tam
It's the most
looks.
intense revelation we've had all day.
Right, this is, yeah.
Okay.
What salad would Tim Tam like?
Tim Tam looks and he holds up the 3 fingers.
So, third option.
All of them.
Oh, all 3. Kevin, Devin, Gerald.
He nods at all 3.
Kevin, Devin, Gerald. One more of each. Tim Tam wants one of each, please.
That's what I thought. And he will
Thank you.
walk away.
Thank
to the
you.
kitchen.
This ruins my joke of
D&D.
we're all gonna leave before he finishes the salads.
Listen, we're feeding
Because
Tim
I'm
Tam for the
not going
first
to
time.
starve Tim Tam.
Tim Tam
The
looks
salads
pretty.
to go.
Tim Tam looks very pleased with himself.
How well could you speak?
He's not speaking. Tim Tam doesn't speak in a way that you all understand.
Have we been starving you?
Tim Tam shakes his
Persephone's-
head.
Persephone's really concerned now, even though Tim Tam
Can
is
I-
not necessarily hers.
Could I check? I mean, no, never mind.
Do you want to give Tim
Elodie.
Tam a checkup? Make sure that they're still nice and
Yeah.
healthy? Yeah, okay.
I
He's
mean,
a
I have a doctor.
homunculus.
Can I
Uh,
Clearly, he's more than that, Elodine.
Clearly, he's
Make-
a part of our
Taylor
family.
writes on the
Elodie.
community board
Make
shopping list.
Ezreal, make an Arcana check.
Arcana,
To check over
oh
Tim
no.
Tam.
4.
This is a
Tim Tam-
living
I-
creature
I
that you
prefer
guys have had in your
non-heavy
pocket.
things.
This has been a living creature you've had this entire time. Why haven't you guys been feeding it?
Tim Tam, do you want more salad?
No, listen, everyone. He's fine.
Is he?
I made him look like a robot. Okay, autonomous. He's fine. He doesn't need to eat anything. But if he wants to eat something, he can.
Are
I
you
turned-
sure?
I turned to Tao.
Has he said that to you?
We are officially the
I've
bad
never
guys. We're
fed him
completely the bad
before.
guys.
We're
We've
the
never
baddies.
fed our
We're the
prisoner.
baddies.
He's our
Because
bad guy.
Gerald
baddies.
said
Tayo's on the verge of tears. We're the baddies.
Like, Tim Tam, how can we make this up to you?
Tim
I'm
Tam
just
kind of
like-
stands on Elodine's shoulder, hands on hips, head in the air, just proud of himself.
Tayo
Tim
writes
Tam?
like on a community shopping list, like to get translator for Tim Tam.
Doesn't
Gerald
need to
returns
speak.
with serving trays of various of salad, except they're all like a basic house salad.
Are they all the same salad?
Understandable. That's fine. Thank you, Gerald.
Gerald. Gerald,
Yes.
is Tim Tam okay?
He looks towards Tim Tam, and he looks back. I believe Master Tim Tam said he pulled what he called a very great prank on you all.
I knew it. Elodine looking extremely relieved of just like, no, this is the way that she understands it.
Do you not understand Master Tim Tam?
No.
No, I don't speak robot.
You never thought you could see a robot with a mostly static face look so fucking smug.
I just point in a way that just says, "You little shit."
Gerald has a very smug look on his robotic face. I see. And he sets
I
his
will
sides
not
down and he
forget
walks
this.
away.
I
Tim
just
Tam, I will
grab-
not forget.
I grab Tim Tam and I just set him in the middle of one of the salads, and I'm like, "Here you go."
Good job, Tim Tam. Good
He
job.
throws it around and he just starts playing in it. He
What
doesn't
I
actually
told you
eat
guys.
any of it.
Taylor's
I told
angrily
you guys.
eating salad.
Eladine, I want you to give me an Arcana check with advantage because you're an artificer.
Yeah. That's a 6. That's a 17 plus 3, so dirty 20.
You, as this whole thing happens and it's calmed down now, you realize with what Gerald said about understanding Tim Tam, constructs with any sort of sentience, like in the case of Gerald and Tim Tam, have their own language. And you remember reading something about this phenomenon developing. There's like it's like an innate genetic memory kind of situation with them. But you know this language was identified as arcane binary. And it seems to be something that only constructs and automatons with any sort of sentience have. Any warforged that you come across understands it innately also, kind of a situation. So if it's a construct with any sort of sentience, it would understand arcane binary. And that's what you kind of feel like that's what Gerald and Tim Tam communicated with, was the robot
With all
language.
that. And immediately Elodine just wants to be able to understand it as well, but knows that she cannot.
Yeah.
It's a construct thing, but luckily there is an industry. But luckily there's a corporation that's all about constructs.
Yes, there is. All right, team.
To the
What do we
statue.
want to name our team?
The
Well,
collective gang.
We don't need a name
Yes.
with that.
Yes, we do.
Do we
collective
want to be the
gang.
collective gang?
Do we just want to be the collective?
Maybe we're just the collective.
The collective.
That's
fine, I guess.
ominous. I was still thinking we go at sundown.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. We ride at sundown.
So you
If
guys
there's
are called the
anything
collective?
Yeah.
Or is that still something you're discussing?
It's still discussing. The
We'll just-
collective in pencil.
Parentheses temporary.
It's written on tape, not like actually chiseled into.
It's like a giant TBD, DBA, the collective. So to be decided, but doing business as the collective.
You have a feeling that Ford's going to have a headache over it, but
Yeah, but then like parentheses, don't chisel this in stone yet.
there's just a bunch of notes on your plaque now.
Just sticky notes up
Just
to it.
a
Yeah.
bunch of sticky notes.
There's just a bunch of sticky notes over your plaque now.
Guys, do we want to be the sticky notes?
No.
Is that a really bad
No.
band name? Okay, I'm sorry.
Would that be too innuendo-wise a lot?
True.
All right, so you guys are going back to the statue.
Yeah, seeing if
Point of contact. We've had our food.
Teo's new romance partner meets us
Or we
there.
could get information we don't know.
Mm.
The streets have become a little emptier because it's night. There's actually a day-night cycle because it's an actual planet.
Ooh.
Whoa.
So night, I can actually say night falls and actually mean it. But the sun starts to dip down, and you see these electric torches go flink, 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 flink. The Magitech torches that the industries have put up, lighting the way. There is not an increased patrol of theocrat guards, but they are still there patrolling actively. And you make your way to the Silver Ring into the square. All the shops are closed. And you see that there's like almost floodlights illuminating the statue. And five of you approach the statue. And then you hear rustling in the bushes on the outside of the square. And you hear the shuffle of many boots And as you turn around, you realize you are surrounded by a semicircle of those same thugs from the commissary marketplace. And the center of the semicircle opens, and walks up a dwarven woman. She has like a bandaged half her face. She's dressed in a cloak that's like a suit jacket worn over her shoulders. She has the coveralls of a worker, and she looks up at all of you, hands on hips. Y'all are some bold fuckers. But you've interested me. I'm Sarai O'Malley. I heard you want to talk. And we're in the session there.
It worked! It worked!
It did.
Thank
Finally
God.
stumbled in. Let's go.
We could be opening the next session with a fight, but we finally got to talk to somebody worth talking to.
We also learned that Gerald is a bad cook.
Yes. It's like,
Or you just didn't want to deal with your bullshit. There's really no way to tell with the robots.
That's fair.
I did enjoy
personality
Tim
than
Tam
anything.
getting one over on us.
Yes.
Yes.
Good job, Tim Tam. Good job.
You
Tim
have
Tam.
a feeling that he's gonna, he's like one step away from the overthrow of humanity.
And we're not helping that at all.
No.
Anyway, just don't read his memoir.
Making note, read memoir.
That's true. We were out of the chateau for hours.
It's a full-on Skynet manifesto. Anyway, thank you all for watching. That was episode 5 of Saber Corp Scavengers. As always, I am your dungeon master and storyteller extraordinaire. As a reminder, we will probably be adopting a bi-weekly, maybe an earlier starting time, depending. Just keep an eye out on everything, and we'll let you know. I got nothing to plug besides my own Twitch, so I'm going to self-plug. There you go. Check it out. I do whatever. We're going to pass it on to Jace.
Yeah, I don't really do social media that much, so I'm gonna pass it on to Kristen.
I just have my Twitch. It's just this. It's the Twitch that I chatted with. So there you go.
So I don't remember my name on here.
I put a test message in.
Yeah. Hey, there you are.
You can find me on here on Blue Sky as well.
Yeah.
Took me a minute. How about you, D?
Hi, I'll type it in. I am that on all socials. So if you want to find me, just at that. You'll find me. What about you, James?
I will
Put you on
type,
the screen.
I will type mine in as well. Hold on. I make sure I'm in the right chat. Ayo. Yo. Okay, I'm Evil Superpowers. Oh no, I did it from the wrong one.
Well, there you go, though,
Find
guys.
me anywhere and everywhere on at Evil Superpowers. Thank you so much for listening, Zell. I'm gonna toss it back to you to say goodbye.
All right, everyone. Stay good, stay safe, and remember, do not harass your robot butlers because they might overthrow humanity. All right, everyone, have a good day. See you next time.
See ya in the stars.